All right, boys, we are live. Welcome to Smallmouth Crush. I'm your co-host and host tonight, Epic Eric from the Bass Lab. We got Big JP in the house, and
What's
Brett
going
Cartwright
on?
is working on some technical issues. Brett, can you hear us? Negatory. I'm going to have to remove him from the stage until he figures it out. All right, it's just me, you, and JP. We're on, man. Talk to me, bro. What is
Eric,
going on there in New York State, man?
the-
Give me some
the-
juice.
it was freezing cold for a week straight. Didn't really want to leave the house, to be quite honest with you. But the first question I have is, what is new at the Bass Lab while we sort out the technical difficulties over at the Beast Coast Lab?
All right, let's check it out,
What
man. Let's
is
check it out.
new
But
at the Bass Lab?
we'll get there in 1 second, but I want to welcome everybody tonight. I mean, I always forget. I'm so fired up to talk fishing. I forget about the amazing chat because that's the best part of the show, man. Let's be honest, right? Everybody in the chat. Let's see who was first. I'm going to go way back in the comments. Jeffrey Riddle. He's a Susky guy. He was first in the house. Welcome everybody tonight. Hey, if you're new tonight, we also got, did you know we got a West Coast trucker in the house? Doug Stewart. I just want to shout out to him because he's a West Coast trucker bringing the goods and services that we all rely upon in this nation. And he's cruising down I-5. How about that? Is that crazy or what?
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
I mean, John Hogue Outdoors, man. Brian Wisniewski. Who else? Lee, what's up? E-Stack, of course. The Adagram. Who else we got? Who'd you see, JP? Flock Moosin. Darius King, a.k.a. Go ahead.
Gino the Operator.
Gino the Operator. You know what? And since you saw Gino the Operator, you asked me what's new at the Bass Lab. And Gino the Operator, sound off, man. This is something lucky. He never goes anywhere without. You got one. I got some. There's some other special people that got some, but not many people got them. I got them. I finally decided because here's the story. I've been using them for years. I carry it with me everywhere I go. When I was out with Travis and the Great Lakes Finesse Boy, I pulled this thing out of my pocket. It's the world's tiniest, coolest tackle box ever made right here in the Bass Lab. I'm going to show you guys this. I showed it last stream. So that's my Wacky Nico one because Wacky and Nico hooks are just about the same. This is, it's cool because I put a sticker on it. I got a bunch of different versions. You got to wait for it. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to show you how the hooks are displayed. The tackle does not come with this, by the way. This is just how I do it. This is my VMC Wacky Nico hook, right? That's 5 hooks right there. You could fit many more, okay? That's how many. So there's a foam bottom on that, right? And then when you go on the back side of this, man, check it out. That's your weight compartment. There's like 10 weights in there. Anywhere from 3/32 to 1/16 to 1/8, you know, whatever you like to throw, right? How about that, man? So, and it's labeled on the top. So I have the whole set, man. I got the River Rat drop shot. I got the Tug Life shaky head right there. I got the Susky Smalley Jeff Riddle. I know you've seen the sticker at Susquehanna Smallmouth. They're available on the Bass Lab too. That's the newest one from Goonie Wolf, who just slays the art on all this. That's the Ned Rig one. And then I got one that I just call, bro, it's called pond hopping because I love walking the bank like I did when I was 12. So these are great because I stick them in my pocket, JP. Like when I'm co-angling.
Whoa. Hold on.
Go ahead. What do we got?
I was going to break down how this goes. So the sun's
Tell me.
up. It's 12:45 in the afternoon. Upper Bay.
Yeah.
Eric decides he wants to go and hit a dock.
That's right.
He tells whoever he's with, Scooter may be it, bring me in. I got this dock. I got to flip my Nico up underneath this dock. Pulls up. Scooter gives him the perfect angle. He skips that Nico rig up under the dock, man. Off it goes, starts swimming. Eric leans into it, but unfortunately, the fish pulls hard. Barnacles get on the line. Bang, line snaps. But guess what? You no longer have to bend over and get down in the compartment, rip into your co-angler bag. You reach into the breast pocket of that beautiful fleece vest you have on right now, and you pull out the Bass Lab Nico box. It's the day box in your breast pocket.
Right
Bang.
there.
You're back on, back up under that dock. Round 2, baby. He's in the net. He's in the well, and Scooter's got it pinned, heading to the next dock. That's how that's going down.
There it is, man. There it is. Like I'm telling you, man, it's for real, dude. When I pond hop, I take my pond hop one because that's my mix bag, right? It's got everything I need. It has a Ned head, a couple shaky heads, drop shot, Wacky Nico, some weights. dude, it's perfect. And then when I have my little go bag, which is basically my backpack, it has this front one. I'm going to do a show, and somebody asked me to do it, where I go over my co-angler system, my Lucky Slevin rods, what I bring. This is just enough. It makes me more efficient. I can break down instead of carrying, 3 of these and got to dig for it. This just fits nicely in this one zippered pocket, dude, and it's right there. I mean, it's labeled on top and I can find it fast. So, you know what I mean? I don't have to dig through stuff, and it's all the stuff I love. So I've broken out every single hook in my go-to hook. It's right there for me, man. Dude, thank you. That was a great testimony, man. I appreciate that. Right on, man. Right on.
Man.
Hey, so I got to show some new
quick
Susky
story real quick. I want to just get into quick, Eric, really quick.
Real quick. Susky Smallies and Susky Musky. Those are the 2 newest ones. And the Rise and Glide hat, man. Goonie Wolf hats are available. You guys have been asking for them. This is the logo that's on the hat. That's the Rise and Glide. For all you big bait boys out there, they're available now. So that's really what I got, man. That's what I got. Oh, and my little Smalley football heads are back in stock in the smaller sizes, in 1/8 ounce, 3/16, quarter, and 5/16 in select colors. So I sold out pretty quick. These are small numbers, guys. They're hand tied. They got a little fur and feather. Check them out. They catch them. That's all I got to say. True finesse jig. What else you got, JP? Talk to me.
I know, listen, I know we got some pipe fitters in the comments, right? I wanted to drop a quick story with you. So about 3 months ago, guys, I did a 7-bay garage in a little town out in the middle of nowhere, right? Radiant tubing in the floor, 7 uniheaters in the garage, blasted this piping job out in about 6 days. We had the whole thing piped, right? And then what are we doing? Waiting on the electrician. So I pulled off site, right? And as I was saying last week, it's negative digits every morning for a week straight. These people are screaming. They need the heat. They're starting to get really aggravated, right? So Friday I went out there and I go, listen, you're not ready for the heat. You don't have the controls done yet. It's going to be all or nothing, right? And they voted for all. So I fired that baby up on Friday afternoon, right? I guess they showed up this morning and it was 92 degrees inside the garage, right? They were all pissed. They had to open the doors. I had to drive all the way out there and set up a temporary thermostat for these guys, right? But it's just funny, man. First they're crying that that it's too cold, and now it's the middle of February, and they saying that it's too hot. And somebody wanted to know what the hat said. There it is, right there.
Find your own fish.
Find your own.
I like it. Hey, it looks like we got Brett Carnwright. I'm going to add him to the stage. Let's see if he's got his audio fixed, man. Let's do a sound check. Here comes Brett Carnwright. Can hear you, Brett?
Me?
Brother, we can hear you, man. Let's go. Tug life. Thank you, Gino. Yes.
Is it fuzzy or no?
Are you fuzzy or is the sound fuzzy?
The sound, everything.
All right, you got a little lag. How's everybody else seeing him? I mean, I think that's the real. Let's let the audience decide, because sometimes we might hear you good, but they can't hear you good. Anyway, man. Brian Wisniewski says, "What's up?" Jamie Samadas in the house. Hey, reminds me, there's a show coming up, right? You're going to be there. Jamie's going to be there. Beast Coast is going to be there. SmallmouthCrush is going to be there, right? Brett, are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
What? What? All right, let's talk about that. Tell us all about it. I'm not going to be there. No, I got too much to do down here. I got my first derby. This will be the earliest derby or tournament that I've ever fished with Scooter. February 8th, Bugs Island. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go. Yeah, you know what I'm going to have in my hand, bro. What am I going to have in my hand? What's on the deck?
You're definitely going to have some type of flat-sided crankbait's going to be up there.
That's going to be one thing, but it might be a little too cold for that to happen. So what is my next go-to? Just depends on the water temp, man.
You're going to have the shaky jig worm rigged up.
That might be another one. What's another one that people might fish in a blueback herring fishery when it's ultra cold? Just depends. We're supposed to get a full week of 60+ degree temps down there this coming up week, right? So, and then we might, it just depends on what's on the backside of the February week, right? That February 1st, which I think is a Saturday. Next Saturday is February 1st. So my tournament is the following Saturday. What would be? Oh, OG Andrews got it. Shad Rat for sure. Yep. What else? Maybe a spinner bait, but there's one thing you guys might not be thinking about for blueback herring fisheries. Come on, JP.
A lip with
Carnright, you got to
crankbait?
know. No, come on. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, you know I'm going to be worming a shad wrap. Blade bait for sure. Absolutely. But there's one more. Come on. Somebody get it. In fact, this might be the trivia question where I do the giveaway. What am I giving away tonight, JP?
Man, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I think I got to give away one of these, man. If whoever gets the first one right gets one of these from me. I'll pick which one it is. It just might be the pawn top one. Big fluke trick worm. Not yet. Not yet. Nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. Fish head spin, man. You got it. Fish head spin. D Woods. If you're on Instagram, send me your address and I will send you out one of these. Bingo, man. You win. And some stickers, bro. Of course. There we go. Scope Minnow, man. Nah, it won't be me. Could be Scooter. I don't know. Maybe he'll come to his senses and incorporate it, but we won't be chasing balls of bait around, I can tell you. Anyway, good stuff, man. So are you guys excited about the show?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to get out, see everybody. This is one of the most popular fishing shows in the Northeast. The New England Fishing Expo in Marlboro, New York, always draws a huge crowd, right? Used to be the big swim bait craze. I do think there's going to be a one in a hand whittled swim bait guys are going to be there, but I know myself, Jamie, Derek and Beast Coast is going to be there. Brett's going to be there. Travis, of course, he'll be there. And then all the other guys, I know the Lose guys will all be up in there, and it's going to be a good time.
Nice, man. Yeah, the Piz guys are always the guys that bring in the big lines, right? Piz swim baits. You think that's died down? I'll be really curious to see if that big bait market is now saturated because there's been so many more entrants since Piz arrived on the scene. So I don't know how many big bait companies will make it there, but I mean, the last time you told me, JP, those people were lined out in the snow, like they were camping out there trying to get first in line for Piz, right?
Yeah, so that was either 2 or 3 years ago, but we got this massive northeast snowstorm with 3 feet of snow, and all these guys, the swim bait guys that I don't even think half of them wanted them. They wanted to sell them, but they were hanging out in ice fishing shanties on the sidewalk, sleeping in tents so they could be the first ones in because it was first come, first serve, one swim bait per customer.
Yep, I know that was the move. I tried to get Travis, I thought maybe there'd be a little exhibitor to exhibitor consideration. There was zero. They were like, get out of here, dude. We don't even care. We don't even care. They had nothing to do with it. Nope. They sell out every time, apparently. So anyway, funny stuff, man. Brett, what's new with you, bro? I think you're sitting in some new digs right there. Talk to us, man. Tell us what's up with Brett Cartwright. Yeah. What are you looking forward to this season? What is happening?
Yeah, so we're gearing up. We're going to be going to the show. This will be the first expo that I've ever been at. So I went to ICAST in 2024. That was like the first time that I've ever been. But that's like only fishermen are there, and there's the brands, but there's no public attendance. So this will be the first public attended show that I've ever been to. We're going to be going down. I'm going to be there Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be representing Beast Coast. A couple of my other sponsors are going to be there too. Bass Fish Electronics. And then of course I'll be representing Epic Eric, and I'll be representing Miller Tech as well. But Beast Coast is bringing me down. I would have went probably anyway, maybe but Derek asked me to go this year. So, we'll be going down to that. And after that, man, then I'm going to be heading to Florida. So I'm going to be starting my year. I'm going to be fishing possibly 14 MLF tournaments this year between the fishing the invitationals again. And then I'm fishing 2 divisions of the Toyota series. So busy schedule. I'm going to start February. I think I'm going to leave around February 6th. And go down to Okeechobee, Florida, and start my year there. And then we're going to be going crazy there for the next. It pretty much doesn't even stop. It really never even stopped after this season. I just got done in November, and I bought a new house. So my girlfriend and I have been working on that. And
go Team Guppy.
Yeah, thanks. And then and then we're going to be we've been working on this. pretty much nonstop. I just finished working on my garage. Like last week was the last, like kind of last day I spent doing anything on it. And
I've been looking at your updates on
I'm packing up
Instagram.
my fishing stuff now.
Yeah, I'd love to know
a lot
to
of
get your
shop
name up
updates
there
we've been doing.
Where can everybody follow you on Instagram, bro? People want to know. Brett,
it's
did you hear me?
at Brett Carnwright. That's my YouTube channel and my Instagram.
Okay, gotcha. At Brett Carnwright. No, you just lagged there for a second.
Brett, you need to get a Wi-Fi sponsor in that brand new garage, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna need that. Yeah, you're lagging occasionally. Now you're kind of slowing down, but hey, man, we've all been through it. Hang in there.
Oh yeah,
he's out.
I'm gonna switch over.
All right, you switch over. I'm gonna I'll remove you and then come back in studio when you think you got a better signal. All right, we'll get you back, brother. All right, just be in
guys.
you.
Listen up. So this weekend's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Marlboro, Massachusetts, the New England Fishing Expo. Right, I'll be hanging out in the Smallmouth Crush booth. I'll be in the Jamie Samadas booth. I got Tank Time Saturday, 1 p.m. prime time on the tank with Big JP, Big Smallmouth.
Whoa! Slow down. I gotta hear it, man. Talk to me about what you're going to be talking about on your big tank demo. This is big news. Have you ever been on the tank before?
Yeah, I did the tank. I've done the tank for the last couple years.
I did. No, look, I haven't been there. So what do you talk about when you get up on the tank, man?
Well, this year I'm going to be showcasing the new Samadas Vixen swim bait and how I utilize swim baits to catch trophy smallmouth bass in shallow, medium, and deep depths. I'll also be breaking down netting with a hollow tip worm, and I'll be asking the audience, hopefully it's a large one, if they have any questions regarding catching trophy smallmouth bass on the Great Lakes.
What is that right there, Big JP?
Eric's special. That's Eric's. That's the EE special hollow tip worm.
Now this has something in the back. So let's talk about it. So what's in the tail? What did I put in the tail? Which I think I was the first to do it, but I'm not sure because I caught a 6. The rattle, right? So this worm, let's just break it down for a second, okay? This color is available on my website because Jamie should not be selling it because it's an exclusive Bass Lab color. And if I see the EE special at Marlboro, Massachusetts, I'm going to be pissed. We might have to get attorneys involved. I'm just saying. So Jamie, if you're listening, don't be selling my EE special, man, okay? All right. So anyway, this worm has a hole in the tip. What other iconic bait, JP, had a hole in the tip? You got to know this, dude. I know you flipped it before. I mean, when it came on the scene, we all destroyed fish on the tidal Potomac River, really anywhere I threw it. Who knows in the comments? This might get you another Bass Lab little pond top tackle box. What other famous bait by a maker, and it wasn't a Ned rig, by the way, had a hollow tip? A hollow tip that you could throw a rattle in. And obviously, it's a much bigger rattle. You can throw a rattle than anything, guys. But why do I like the hollow tip? What does a megaphone do, JP? When I talk like this out of the megaphone, it amplifies sound. So this little hollow tip, when you put in a small rattle, which I send you free, 5 in the pack. Jig Squad. Wait, Brian got you first. Jig Squad, sorry. It was the Pack-A-Crawl. The Pack-A-Crawl. I threw a Zoom rattle in that thing, double rattle, by the way. JP, it's the loudest rattle. Have you ever heard it? Anyway, he's walking away. He's not paying attention. Oh, well, get it. Go get it.
Oh,
so anyway, all right, good.
I don't know what the
pack across our show.
Come on,
move it over. Now turn it around and show the mouth, right? Show the hole. Show me that hole, buddy. Yeah. So a Zoom rattle had 2 steel balls in it. And let me tell you something. You'd shove one of them in there with a little drop of super glue, just like the hollow tip worm. And I'm telling you, it is a noisy sucker. And that thing just has crazy action. It still gets bit today. JP's smelling it because he loves it. Anyway, this is the hollow tip worm. This is designed by Jamie Samadas. Hollow tip. Yes, I throw a rattle in there, a small one. It's got ribbed right here in the middle. And so this tail has air. It floats up. Even with a rattle, it will float up. and then a solid front section for hooking. This happens to be a green pumpkin watermelon laminate, 2 of my favorite colors ever made for bass. I love laminates. I just like the contrast in nature. You usually get dark over light, so I'll rig the green pumpkin on top. And this has some special flake. It is copper, red, and black. The copper and red work together to flash orange. Flash orange. This thing is accounted for some great eye throw. And if you don't, and here's why I really like this middle section. I'm a scent guy. Procure in these right here is jamming. Jamie's got a lot of colors. I've only got one. If you want the special run, it's available at the Bass Lab. And if you want other colors, you can go see it at the show because you'll be there. Or you go to some out of space and go get yourself some. So anyway, rattling the tip.
It'll be the show special. It'll be $5 a bag or $11 for $50 with the waterproof zip up Samada's bag, just like it always is. Dropping that new swim bait. We're gonna have the hollow tip blooms. We'll have the Samada shots, have the craws and all that. Now, Eric, I was listening to a podcast this morning. You're getting into color here now. What color do you think a bass sees when you present chartreuse?
Well, let's see. So I did research on this. You might know that I was on the Bass After Dark show. Does lure color matter? And they've studied bass's eyes. And do you know what colors they can see? The only 2 colors they can see, color. Let's say black and white are not a color. But what 2 colors does a bass eyes have receptors for?
I think it's blue and red.
Negatory. You got one right. You're half right. A medium green, and red. So why is green pumpkin red so effective? Now you know, right? They could see those colors. It's proven that a bass can see in UV. And what is chartreuse?
Is it UV?
It's a fluorescent color, and yeah, it will shine under UV light. So a bass, so that looks really hot to a bass. Can they tell the difference between fluorescent yellow, green, red, orange? We don't know, right? But how about that, man? And did you wait? Did you know this? Let me tell you one more thing. Right before at dusk, a bass's color receptors turn off so that they can see contrast better. That's what makes black and white such a good color. And after the sun is up, it's not like their color receptors go like this and turn back on in an instant. They gradually can see color again. So early morning, it might pay dividends to throw black, because what is the most contrasting color of all? And bass's eyes are designed for picking up contrast, right? They need to see an environment and be able to see contrast to feed effectively. So it's a thought, man. Black maybe in the morning, man. That could be the color. That could be the go-to. So hold your green pumpkins and throw jet black. Jet black is a slept-on color, in my opinion. It's one of the most.
If I could only throw one color for the rest of my life, it would be black. But
now you know why. How about that, man?
Contrary to what you're saying, this gentleman I was listening to today said that chartreuse, actually, the fish sees it as a bright, bright white.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't say they could. No, you're not contrasting me at all, or you're not being contrarian. I said that they can see in UV, so it glows to them. I don't think they can distinguish between a chartreuse or a UV color, right? That glows because it picks up UV light, right? But it makes sense, right? So they don't, they see red and green. I don't know what your guy was, but this is a biologist studying a bass's eyes. There was a ophthalmologist.
Panger was talking to Frankie Scalish, and they were talking, and he was saying that white, although white is a very good color, that a bass sees chartreuse as a brighter white.
Yeah, like I said, they might, because that UV color glows to them, right? So the UVs are going to be the brightest color. The fluorescent color is going to show up the brightest to them, right? And white and black are always great choices. I mean, you've got guys that will only throw a black frog or will only throw a white frog because they get a lot of results on it, because those are really bright colors to them in terms of contrast, if that makes sense. So no, me and Uncle Frank are on the same page, bro. Yeah, but they did studies like
Frank Scalish is in the comments, and he says, "What does that guy know?"
No, that's Frank Scalish Jr. talking about his father.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's even better, right? It's Junior talking about Senior. Frank Scalish Jr. You crack me up, man.
While we're at the show
Go
this
ahead.
weekend, Jamie Samadas brings up a good point. Big JP's raffling off on a full day guide trip up on the Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River. I will be selling raffle tickets for $10 a ticket. And if you guys are watching tonight and you wanted to get in on the raffle, it's $10 a ticket. And if you go on my Facebook, Instagram, everything else, you can figure out how to get involved. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I see Brett came back. Let's see if his audio is better. Brett, we're going to bring you in, brother. All right. You're back.
How about now?
That's a lot better.
Way better. You're not lagging anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, you sound, your voice is a little tinny, but that's okay. People know you got a stronger voice than that. I think you're sick. You're getting over some illnesses.
Yeah, I've been sick since probably like Monday. So probably like a week now.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to feel better now, but
yeah,
definitely got
everybody's got the crud.
Definitely, yeah, I got a lot of stuff in my throat, but hopefully, I don't know how much you guys could hear when I was originally on. I mean, does it still sound all right, or is it still?
You sound a lot better.
Sounding a lot better.
All
we
right.
got
Well,
you. We heard that you're fishing
lagging.
14 tournaments, right? 14 tournaments, bro. You're starting out down at Okeechobee, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fishing the Tackle Warehouse Invitational Trail again. I fished it last year. It was my first year. Yeah. And then I'm going to fish the 3 Southern Toyotas. So it's going to be Okeechobee, Harris Chain, and Seminole. And then I'm going to fish the 3 Northern Toyotas. And then if you make the top, it's the top third of the field. So as of right now, there's only like 110 people that are fishing the Invitational. So I think there's going to be about a third of that. So maybe 40 guys, 30 something guys are going to fish the championship, which used to be called like the Forest Wood Cup, but now it's, I don't even know what they're going to call it, but they're having a championship. And then if I make the Toyota Series championship, that'll be my 14 MLF like major tournaments for the year, which is basically, it's like 2 tournaments a month from February until pretty much August.
Man, you got to have your stuff right, because that's a lot of miles. That's a lot of wear and tear on gear.
Yeah.
That's a lot of intense concentration for you, the brain, the body. No doubt about it, man. So let me ask you a question. How do the numbers look? I heard a Todd Castledine podcast. He was talking about how low the numbers were for, what was it? Was it MLF or BFL down at Rayburn? Like they used to get like huge numbers of boats. And everybody was like calling around for codes, but they couldn't get people to link up.
I don't know. I mean, BFL numbers have been down basically across the board, but maybe it could have been a BFL that was low, but
it was the Toyota really Series
there too.
Yeah, it was a Toyota Series, not the Invitational, but the Toyota Series.
Yeah, so the Toyota on Rayburn that just happened, they only had like 100 and there was a little over 100 boats that fished.
Yeah,
they paid like maybe 30 people.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's a shocker. What do you think's driving that, man? What do you guys think's driving that?
That is where the most people that fish tournaments live, is in that East Texas to like Alabama region.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty dismal.
And I kind of wanted to say that I thought it had something to do with Bass having an open the same week, but then you looked at Bass's numbers and they were down. And I was going to ask Brett, in a climate where everybody seems to not be fishing tournaments, you're rolling the dice and going all in. What has got you motivated to fish 14 events in one season? Not just focusing on the Northeast, but spreading yourself out in 2 divisions of the Toyota Series and a full season on the Invitationals again. What is driving that motivation?
Big JP is driving it. No, it's just what I guess I'm doing now. I mean, I've been fishing a lot of tournaments up north, and most of them are 1-day tournaments, but now I'm just fishing a lot more bigger tournaments. And
you like the bigger stage?
It's just there's more money to be won. There's more prestige with it. Winning that at that level, or at least doing well at that level, is a lot better than doing well at the single day tournament level, or so it it's just my time, I guess, right now. Everything just kind of happens whenever it happens. And throughout my life, I mean, now I'm almost 32 years old. So I started doing them when I was 31.
Right.
And, I mean, it's a little bit later than some people do it, but I guess the timing right now, I'm just living, year to year. So If
Right.
this
I hear you.
might be the only year, the last time I do it. Like I did it last year, and I was going to try it out and see how it goes, and it went pretty well. So I was like, all right, I'll do it again, and it's a lot of fun. You know, everybody loves traveling with your buddies, and
for sure. It's part of the magic of it, man. Who are your traveling partners, man?
So last year I stayed with Alec Morrison and I stayed with Rick Harris, and then I roomed with Jaden
Alec Morrison. He's a stick. Are you guys like are you trying to team up and like be a team, or are you guys totally doing this individually and you know, like you're on your own, you don't share any information, no patterns, no lures, no sections of the lake. It's like just guys traveling together and that's it.
We shared a lot of information last year. Definitely a lot of like the main pattern that we thought was going down, and then sections of the lake. We weren't really sharing waypoints specifically, but you know, a lot of like what depth, what they were on, whether if they were on brush or if they were on hard places or softer bottom.
Yep.
How they were relating. We worked really well together with that. And then all of a sudden come about December, they go, oh yeah, we're going to be fishing the opens, or Alex, like, I'm going to fish the opens next year. And I'm like, oh dang. I'm like, well, who the heck? I guess I'll just room with like me and Rick with somebody else, whatever. And then he goes, actually, no, Rick's actually fishing the opens too. So I go, are you shitting me? So now it's December, and I'm like, I don't even know. Those are the only friends that I've got on the tour. So I'm like, what am I going to room by myself? And I ended up looking through the roster. And anyway, I found Nick. I'm going to room with Nick Hatfield, and then a kid named Jack Daniel Williams.
Jack Daniel.
Yeah. Jack.
Bring the Jack, friends. Brother. What?
What's that?
Yep. Jack is the heir to the Jack Daniels fortune. So you're in good shape. And plenty to drink no matter how your day goes, man. You're celebrating the win or you're crying in your Jack. Either way, it's good. He's bringing it, right?
So no, I was a little worried about doing the invitationals just by myself, because I'm like, man, I don't really want to go out there by myself and just like fish across the country. And it's not a lot of the main, like a main factor in what you're going to fish is like who you're going to be rooming with. So I'm like, God, what am I going to do? So I ended up finding, I'm like, oh, I'll ask Nick. He's probably fishing them. So I asked Nick. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm buddies with him. You know, I haven't hung out with him too much, but a decent amount. I've known him over the last, 2 or 3 years. He's been fishing the Toyotas up here, and he's a really good angler. He fishes the Bass Pro Tour, and he's like, yeah, I'm fishing all 6 of them. So I said, hey, do you want to room together? Because, man, I ain't got nobody to room with. So we're
very interesting.
We're getting our stuff together. We're finally getting, we got our rooming situation figured out, and
good, man. Good.
We don't have a single place booked yet, I don't think, for any tournament. But
and that's always a challenge. Yeah, I was busy last week booking some extras that Scooter wants to fish. Man, we're gonna stay in the Flash Butts trailer at Bugs Island, and I think our winnings combined between 2 teams. JP, take a guess. How much have those 2 teams, Scooter and Eric, Michael Clemudis and Pal Kemp, how much have we won out of that trailer over the last couple of years?
$500,000.
No, that was thank you, but not quite that much. Look, the top prize in any tournament we fish, I think we won 34 one year. Me and Scooter in a single 2-day event championship. It's over 225 at this point.
Hey, $250,000. That's pretty good, man.
That for local tournaments, bro.
Hell yeah, that's
are you kidding me? Like 3 to 5, 7,000 at a time, dude. That's a lot of winning. Yeah, that's a lot of winning, right? So yeah, man. Anyway, man. So I'm gonna go back to some of the comments, man. So Brett, real quick, and JP, are you guys excited that the numbers are going down because it's less of a field and more of a chance to win? Or are you pissed that it's not like 150, 200 boats? So if you do win, you get this mega check versus, half the size check.
I personally don't care, but Brett, how do you feel about it?
All right.
So for the invitationals, they're paying, no matter how many people are in the field, they're paying out like 115,000 to first. So
that's beautiful.
If there's 100 boats, they're paying out 115. The only thing they're adjusting is the amount of spots paid back.
Paid down. So you're still fishing with less people to win that money. As long as they can get 100 boats, you got to be happy about that.
Yeah,
because it's not 200 votes, right? For the win.
It'll probably help the chances of winning.
Right.
But as far as payback, they're doing 33% of the field. So if there's 100 people, they're going to pay 33 people.
33 people.
If there's 150, they're going to pay 50 people.
Right, right. I'll just read some of the comments. A lot of people were saying, let's see, Jay Hayes said forward facing. Anthony Guy says a good point. It's forward facing, turning new anglers away from starting up because of the expense. If you don't have it, rarely contend. Wild Bill, another counterpoint. I think guys are taking a step back to learn the tech. Jay Hayes, economy, sure. Grad 84 says Potomac will get a good showing. Matthew Weimer, people realize it's not as glamorous as it once might have been. DK, forward facing for sure. Interesting, man. A lot of forward facing comments. What do you guys think? What do you think, JP? Brett, any merit to that?
I could tell you on the invitational trail, because we can't use forward facing on day 2. So
what?
I think that shut off. I bet there's 40 people that didn't fish this year and went to the Bass Opens because of that. Like that reason.
Wow.
I bet MLF lost.
Wait. So time out, Brett. I didn't even realize this. So on the MLF invitationals, day 2, you have to go no scope.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Now, are there there's no co-anglers, right? No. In MLFs. Okay, gotcha. So you're fishing solo, and that's why I understand why they did it for the Open, because, it wasn't like, if you've got a co on the back, they can snag a fish or two, right? We've all been there, right? Fish with somebody, they grab that fish, they make that cast into the brush pile, whatever. Very interesting, man. So, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because the Bass Open just drew 163 boats. Granted, they split the divisions to try to make it so that people didn't have to fish so many tournaments to try to make it to the EQs or whatever. But if this other division doesn't get 163 boats too, I'm wondering where those 40 people went, because there was already 200 plus fish in the Opens, and they only had 163 last week.
Oh, wow.
And they don't have co-anglers, so you can't say it was co-angler driven, right? Because you can just sign up right now. I got invited to fish the Opens last week. They sent me an email, do you want to fish?
Wow. No, very interesting. Very interesting. Hey, a lot of people have been asking, where's Travis? He's sick tonight, everybody. JP, we forgot to mention that right out of the gate. The guy has no voice. Like, apparently he's lost his total voice.
My son had the same thing happen to him last week. He was over at my parents'. My dad dropped him off. He got home. He couldn't talk, dude. 2 days.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, very interesting, man. Well, it is definitely a transition period in fishing. It'll be interesting to see how this year shakes out. Tons of changes. NPFL going completely no forward facing. I think it's cool. I'm going to watch that a lot because that's how I like to fish. I'm going to even watch MLF because they're going to make them fish 2 periods without it. I want to see what they do. And I absolutely loved the MLF team series. That was a hoot because I love team fishing. And it was hilarious because most of those guys went shallow, and I got to watch pros struggle behind another pro to catch a fish. So that was hilarious and entertaining and instructional and all that. And Brett, you just turned me on to the MLF Invitationals going 1 period without it. So clearly all the leagues figured out something. Now, Bass was the only one that didn't change right at the elite level. Well, they did standards. And so all the yapping about that, and that's all I ever wanted Bass to do, was like come up with some standards. So, and I feel like that debate has the temperature's gone down. Look, there's some changes. The numbers are going up and down in different series. I'm just excited. There's something for everybody to watch. For guys like me that like to grind and fish old school and want to sling and not paying a minnow, I'm stoked. But you know what? The technology is incredible. I know there's some talented dudes out there and some seriously talented young dudes. And I said this on Bass After Dark. I don't know, Brett, if you saw that. I did my dark thoughts on Bass After Dark because it got me down a little bit, man. A guy in the industry said, hey, man, he got me wondering because he said it. He goes, hey, it kind of makes what you do less relevant. And it hit me hard. It's like he stabbed me in the heart, man, JP. And anyway, I thought about it. And then I thought about what I was going to say on Bass After Dark. And if you missed last week, I talked about this. And if you missed the week before, I talked about it on Smallmouth Crush. And here I am talking about it again because I think it's worthy of mention. You know what? I streamed after the Bass After Dark episode on a couple different things, actually before it. I did a bait hack episode on Bass University, and I streamed with Debo, who was a bank walker and now fishes from a kayak. And he had, I don't know, 300 plus people watching the show. What I realized, Brett and JP, there's millions more people that just want to go fishing. They don't care about professional fishing. They don't care about the debate between live scope and not. They fish old school like I do. They love hearing about bait hacks. They want to know the top 5 lures to catch fish, how to use them, and how to fish them. And you know what? What I got to say fucking matters. So take that. And I'm not going to tell you who said it to me, because it doesn't matter anymore. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. But I still love talking to the tournament dudes and really talking about professional fishing, because I love the sport. I love it all, man. So
I will say this, though, Eric. I will say
this.
Not that I fish that many tournaments anymore, but like,
yeah,
it's alarming to see the smaller number of draws that the BFLs are getting, and how long they can withstand having those tournaments with such low draws as they continue to, the numbers just continue to drop every year, right? And that's the feeder system, right? That's not only the feeder system for people that want to get good enough to try to go to the Toyota Series or whatever they want to do with, but money from that BFL, I believe, goes to these higher ranking tournaments as well.
Yeah.
So when there's not as many people participating in them events, it makes it hard for everybody. So I mean, I remember back in 2004, 5, 6, 7, when I was fishing the BFLs, there was, and they had an Empire division that was in New York only, and there was 150 boats in them now, and now they've, over the years, they just keep compacting these divisions into covering more area, right? Because they don't want to have so many divisions. But then when they, as they've done that, and the changes that have happened in the last 3 years with the constant rule changes and the sonar and all that stuff, it seems that the participation levels at that level has definitely gone down. Brett, agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, maybe the internet has a lot to do with it, because there's so much complaining about tournament fishing that, like, the people that are like, oh, I want to fish tournaments, now they just like see so much negativity associated with it.
Yeah.
That they don't want to be like, instead of going out there and just living it themselves, they're just like, like, I don't even want to deal with that. So they just don't.
Well, let me ask you a question, Brett. You know what it's like, and you know what it takes to win and catch them. Would you enter as a co-angler today?
Yeah, I would, but at my, I don't know, like, if I was starting right now, yes, because I'm just like super fired up about bass fishing. And but if
so how do we fix it, man? So we got a PR problem.
Let's say if I was still fishing,
Travis is here.
If I was still fishing as a co-angler after, like, I started doing co-angler stuff like 25 years ago. So if I was still fishing as a co-angler right now, I'd probably be like, damn, screw this crap. You know, after the last 2 or 3 years, I would say, like, since 2022 or 2021, the co-angler stuff, man, I feel bad for my co-anglers.
Right. I hear you. All right, let's take a time out and let's hear from our host. He's here. He's made an appearance. He rallied. It's a miracle. He's out of bed, out of the hospital. Talk to us, Travis. How you feeling?
I was laying down and I kept getting a group text message of Derek wondering why he can't get on here, and it pissed me off.
Well, where is he?
I don't know. He said he was down here waiting for you.
He hasn't been in here the whole time, I don't think.
JP, have you been watching?
I don't know how to let somebody in. I don't see him sitting there.
You didn't see him backstage?
He wasn't sitting there. No.
I'm trying to watch the comments. Who's watching the house?
The only private chat that was in there was Brett Carnwright Fishing. Yo, I can't hear a thing.
I can't do it all. I can't respond to the chat. I can't ask the questions.
Told you if Derek was in there saying he wanted to get on. Derek never said nothing.
I'm calling Derek right now. Hold on. Travis. Where's Derek? I'm calling him right now. Hold on. Hold, everybody. Let's get this Beast Coast guy they talk about in the house.
Can't let you guys
just go wild.
I mean, really disappointed.
Who's running? Yeah, I know. First time we're on our own, Big JP, and we got
Eric, he never
screwed up
was in
the
there
agenda.
asking to get put on. I've been watching it the whole damn
But
time.
didn't you read the show notes? Travis, you sent the show notes out, right? You know, the agenda and everything we're supposed to do and the timing we're supposed to do and the topics we're supposed to cover.
I didn't
Did you read that, JP? There we go. Oh, you don't want to hear that. I almost gave his number out. That would have been bad.
No, I never got a show artillery. All I get is a little link that says to click here to get in.
All right. Where'd Travis? Now we lost Travis. What happened to him? He's gone.
Derek texted us in a group text, but
What'd he say?
I don't know.
Well, did you read it?
I'm using my phone because I was trying to use my computer before, and you guys were like, "Oh, your internet's too bad." So then I switched over to my cell phone, and now it works like fine, which is the way the computer should have been. But
the only thing that Derek responded to us in a group text about on my end was watching the guide thing, and he said, "Why do I have to watch it?" And I said, "Because you were told to." And he says, "I don't particularly like to do things that I'm told." Never once did he say, "I'm trying to get on." And I've been watching the comments in the private chat. He ain't been there.
All right, guys. Who watched? That's watching the show. We lost Brett now. This is crazy.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, gotcha.
I was reading my text messages. Derek texted me and Travis.
Okay.
And he says, "All right, I give up. I sat in the back room of the chat. Nobody let me in there. There was no sound. Brett, tell everyone there will be show specials at the expo. Good night." I don't know what the show specials are, but I'll be there. Yeah. And maybe I'm going to give out free Beast Coast product to everybody that comes to the show.
Holy cow. That's right. Somebody just said, "Hey, man, the patients are running the asylum." Exactly. Anyway, question for everybody that's watching. Who watched the last guide? We talked about it. I posted it on my Instagram story. Sent it to everybody. It's on YouTube. Who's on first? Adventures with Bill. That's exactly right. JP, did you watch it?
Of course I watched it. We talked about it last week. It was touching.
Truly. Brett, did you watch it?
Yes.
The show when you're backstage, bud?
Yeah, I watched it. It was a good show. It's about 45 minutes long, and yeah, it kind of lets you know, like it gives you where we all started from. You know, it's that guy kind of started, and that's the way he started bass fishing or just fishing, and he just kind of, you know, that's where we all fell in love with it, is being out on the water, catching fish, being in your little aluminum boat, no electricity on your boat whatsoever, and nothing that's got a cell.
Don't ever put me in a group text again.
All right,
but
don't put him in a group test.
Old boy was doing it old school for 76 years, and
truly was, man. Algonquin State Park, man.
What are we still talking about that fucking guide?
Let's move on. Well, no, the reason we're talking about is we sent Derek that in the group chat. He says he never does anything anybody tells him, because Brett said you got to watch it before you come in, and he says maybe. And I just wanted to see what the update was. Now Derek's in bed. Who goes to bed at 8:47?
I know.
You're sick, and you got up out of your, you know. Oh, he got up because he's pissed. He's mad at us because he thinks we left Derek hanging in the back. Meanwhile, Derek was never back. Phone
kept going off.
He did. He did. He did.
No, and Derek, when I was coming in and out of the show too, and Eric would have seen it because I came in and out like 3 times because we couldn't get my internet going.
Yeah, I got 2 big JPs because JP's running it from 2. You could see that, Travis, right? He's backstage. I had Brett coming in and out. Now I got you. I got JP. I'm moderating the chat, answering questions. I thought he was supposed to come on at like 8:45 or something because there was about 1 million messages from you 3. Oh, he was coming on at 8:15. I had 8:45, and it's 8:49. I thought he had to put the kids to bed at like 8:15, and he was coming on later.
No, it's fine, guys. Let's move on. So,
but how is he in bed? Are you serious? He's in bed right now? Get him out of bed, dude. That's ridiculous.
No, he's not coming back.
I'm still lost, Travis. This is a miracle. 25 minutes ago, you couldn't even say a word. You were mute. Everyone says that you're in bed, you're sweating, you can't talk. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You've got the Manson plague. Yet here you are, and your voice sounds as proper as normal.
Good,
Yeah.
thank you. Do I look okay?
Well, it doesn't sound exactly right. You sound a little hoarse, but you look fine. You actually look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You looking
Gino
good,
says
bro.
he looks like he's got a black eye. I don't see it though.
Travis,
No.
you look like you got a tan. You honestly look like you've been to Florida.
All right, let's talk about we got the New England Fishing Expo coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be there, JP will be there, Britt will be there, Beast Coast will be there, Derek will be there. We'll be doing seminars. I guess JP will be hanging out with
Samadas?
probably.
I already said that. Did hold on. Can you share your screen? Because I can't.
Me?
Yeah, he sent us stuff to share. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you share the screen? There's a couple new products coming out from Beast Coast. He's got the JP, you mentioned it. It's called the I'm sorry, Brett, you mentioned it. It's called the
What?
Derek's new product.
He's got a few things, but I think probably the Seduce Minnow, which I don't know if there's any.
Yes, there are pictures.
There's pictures there he sent. Like, we'll see if we can get them up. But
Yep.
he
And what else? The head
to the link to the show. But yeah, he's got the Seduce Minnow. I have not got my hands on it yet. I got my hands on some of the early prototypes, like back in March or April.
Okay,
and
there it is. Thank you, Travis.
I have not seen the real production version yet. I don't know if he has them for sale or not.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think he's got 3 sizes, like a 3/8, a 4/8, and like a 7/8 or something.
Yeah, those are the ones on the screen, right? The 3 different sizes, right?
That's right.
He's got one big one, a medium, and then like a smaller.
Right, and that's the Seduce Minnow, right?
Yep, it's called the Seduce Minnow. It's a great name. We went back and forth for months on like what he was going to call the thing, and then all of a sudden, Seduce Minnow. I said, "Oh my god, that's like perfect." Because, I mean, what are you going to call it? The Life Scope Minnow? Like, it's just
exactly.
Seduce will be I think that'll be like a good branding name. He's good. I mean, Derek is awesome at coming up with names and just the artwork on the website and his Instagram picture and all that.
Now, what's different about this one? Like the one that everybody's thrown is the Sakamata shad. What makes this stand out against the Sakamata?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. What about the head, Travis? He sent pictures of the head too. What's the head name?
Well, let me take a look.
Have a look, Travis, and share with the team.
I'm trying my best, bud.
And then
All
I
right.
don't think I mentioned this, so I'm gonna be going. Maybe you heard me before. I don't know, but I'm gonna be going to the show. I'm gonna be there Saturday and Sunday. It'll be the first expo I've ever been to, and I'm gonna be doing seminars at 2 p.m. on Saturday. I'm gonna do the hog trough, and then 6 p.m. on Saturday, and then I'll be there on Sunday, like just working around, walking around the show in the Beast Coast booth and Bass Fish Electronics, Miller Tech, and just hanging out with hopefully meet a bunch of guys and talk fishing. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing 2 seminars, mainly focusing on Beast Coast product.
I gotcha. Nice.
Be doing a bunch of seminars too. I saw him and Big JP. Big JP's going on then out at 1:00 on Saturday, I think, and then I go on at 2.
Nice.
What would JP talk about on that stage?
I'm going to talk about you.
Okay.
Touche.
Eric, did you
Touche.
say you were drinking this week on live?
I was going to drink.
Yeah, you said you were going to drink like alcohol this.
I really didn't. The only problem I went up. Literally, the only thing I got is one of these.
Last week's live.
The Celsius. I know. I needed one, man. Today more than any, I needed one, and I don't got it. I mean, I had never keep like alcohol in the house, so I got to go get it. And I thought I had like one. What's that thing I drink? What's the hard cider I like? I can't even remember, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Hard
Yeah,
apple,
orchard.
hard cider, angry orchard.
Yeah. No, well, that's really sweet. The one I like is more crisp. Oh my God, I can see it in my brain. I've had some other ones too, man. There's some really good ones I had in New York with you, Travis. Like I'd always ask, what hard ciders do you guys have? And they had this one that was, I can't remember the name, but it was really like barely sweet, super crisp. It was fantastic. What's it? Does anybody else besides me drink hard apple cider?
Well, I'll tell you what, Eric. Big JP likes hot cider, and right down the street from my house, they got the Golden Harvest Apple Orchard, and I stop there once a week, and I go in there and I get myself a really nice hot cider.
Man, hot cider's nice too, bud. There's nothing like a hot cider on a cold, crisp.
That's lovely, guys. Let's get back to fishing.
What are you drinking, Travis? White wine?
Yeah, just a little concoction to help me.
Yeah.
Not nice. Is that working?
3 sips in, bud. So far, so good.
Good, man. Good. So what's your seminar topic, Travis? What are you going to be on the big tank? You better get your voice back before the weekend, bro.
I haven't even decided yet.
All right. So Big JP is talking about Chasen's trophy smallmouth with a minnow?
No, swim bait.
Swim bait. Well,
The new swim bait by Somatis Baits.
it kind of is a minnow, but it's a tab tail. It's a tab tail, right?
Yes.
I think I know how you're going to rig it, but I won't say because I want people to go to the show to just check. Are you going to have somebody record it so we could like play a clip of you up there on the big tank? That would be fun.
I don't know.
Brett, can you go by and at least get a clip of Big JP on the stage when he's up there and a clip of Travis, and then we can play him on the show? Wouldn't that be fun, Travis?
I can do that for you.
Travis, remember when I was at the Great American Fishing Show and I recorded you doing your seminars and you're hooking that one? Yeah, that was fun. I love being the cameraman. I really do.
About my little sketch, you know what I mean? I'll talk. I don't know. We'll switch it up this year a little bit.
I like it, man. I wish I was there. I literally would love doing your handheld and walking around the show and being the cameraman.
Well,
if I had the time, I totally would, man.
Shoot around up there.
Man, it's like 10 hours, bro.
Who cares?
It's a giant drive. I really want to, but I was telling these guys, Scooter, he got a wild hair, man. I don't really fish a derby with him or tourney till like March or even April sometimes. He wants to fish a February 8th one and then a February 15th. There's a new series coming to Bugs Island. Little more of an entry fee, but we'll see. So, yep. Anyway, Dickens cider is the best. Yeah, Jeffrey Riddle, do you see that Susky Smalley and Susky Muskie? I know you got one. You better slap that on your boat, bro. Jay Hay says, OW Sniper, Berkeley with the little Super Trooper and a jig head minnow is all you need. What's a Super Trooper? Is that Berkeley? A little tiny craw, right?
Yeah, it's a little Berkeley Maxent craw.
Yeah, well, Maxent, you got it right when you got it, you know. That's right, Hella Bass in the house. What's up? Hey, everybody, smash that like and share this gosh darn YouTube thing right now. Please.
Yeah.
Right? Like and share, Travis. I did 2 giveaways, Travis. Everybody likes that I'm doing giveaways. I've decided I'm going to do a giveaway every week I'm on the show with you. How about that? We did 2 trivia questions.
You're
welcome.
Yeah. You really like Dickens cider?
I don't know. Somebody that was their favorite. All right, let's see. What do you got?
To tell you that we just bought the Dickens Fruit Company. For years, the makers of Dickens Orange Juice and Dickens Lemonade. Yeah, because we felt there was a gap in the market that needed filling, so to speak. So we asked the company's founder, Anita Dickens, to come up with a brand new apple drink. And before we knew it, we had our Dickens cider.
Oh my God.
Say open wider. She's gonna want to make Dickens cider.
Our new drink is aimed mainly at the active young female market. I mean, what health-conscious woman of the 90s wouldn't just love a big Dickens cider? That's right, Nick. Scientific studies have proven that even a small dick insider can relieve stress in most gals.
Exactly. And at your next party, why not try serving up a hot dick insider? Hey, Sonny, great bash, but it looks like your little lady could use another hot dick insider. Mind if I do the honors?
Sure thing, Nick. What are friends for?
Hey, thanks, Sonny. Even
I'm
though
trying
Dick
to stop
Insider
it.
is loved by women everywhere, it's great for us fellas, too.
I had to stop it.
What
I had
happened?
to stop. I don't know. I had to push the remove button. Dude, what's wrong with you? I thought you had me for like 2 minutes thinking that was a real commercial. Like, how does Travis know about Dick Insiders? And I'm like, I didn't get it at first. And then it caught me, and I'm like, he's not doing this. He's just not doing this. He's just not doing this. And he's doing it. Travis, you get the gold star, bro, for getting out of bed and providing the big laugh-a-rama for the evening. What made you think of that? You got the joke immediately.
It's an old Bob and Tom show. We used to. Wait,
who's Bob and Tom? I've never even heard of them.
So Bob and Tom was, I guess they're a radio. They were on the radio stations back in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. They're probably still on the radio.
Dude,
but
it's
most people have heard of the Bob and Tom show. But I had a buddy that I used to duck hunt with in college, and every morning in the marsh or out in the boat, he would be playing the Bob and Tom show, like while we're setting decoys up and stuff. And so that's what reminded me of all that.
Like, is that a Wisconsin show?
I think they're all over. It was
like the raunchiest DJ in DC was the Grease Man. Like he was the first shock jock on the radio. And he was right here in DC, and that started the whole shock jock era. And then Howard Stern, and then I guess those guys, they're shock jocks, right? I mean, is that what their show was? Raunchy, funny, dirty jokes, crank calls, that kind of stuff. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys like that on the radio now. Now you got me, dude. I totally was like, how's he finding this really weird commercial for this cider company? So who said it first, and I bit. Oh, the joke was totally on me, man. You got me good. Whoever got me good in the comments, somebody got me good in the comments to get me started. All right, back to it's a hard act to follow right there, bro. JP, what do you got? Brett, what do you got?
I haven't been bass fishing in a while, but I went ice fishing 2 weekends ago now. And
how did you do?
Ice fishing, I guess, because I haven't even thought about really bass fishing in like 2 months. So
that was a pretty nice trout that Naomi caught.
What's that?
I said that was a really nice trout Naomi caught.
Big one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a real big one for that lake or not, but I think it is. I don't know. What's it?
I can't think straight right now. I'm sorry. Everything I hear,
lake trout. Is that big?
Through the ice?
9-pound lake trout? Yeah, that's a big lake trout.
9-pound lake trout through the ice.
Yeah,
through the ice, right?
I mean, not for Lake Ontario, but for the lake you were on, that's a big one. I mean, Champlain, a 10-pounder is a big one,
Yeah,
I think it's a good one.
Look at this.
Molson Canadian Lager.
I'm gonna drink.
There you go, man. Is that a special one for the winter?
No, they serve this all year round, but it is from Canada. This is actually better. It tastes better. If you get it from Canada, it tastes better than the States.
Right on.
I'm gonna look up that OSP blade bait. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll show you right here.
I saw it in the comments.
Kidding me?
Clear blade. Are you talking about this one? And I tied some with my buddy Eric. Crazy trailer.
How many baits?
No. I think he's talking about like a silver buddy.
Oh, the OSP blade bait. Did you buy some of those, Travis?
Override. No.
Wait a minute. You showed a blade bait that was on sale.
Crack ones.
Ah, the G crack. How much is the OSP one? Show it.
16
What?
bucks.
How
It
could a
looks like
blade
they're all
bait be
on eBay,
$16?
Oh, here
But
they are.
how could a blade bait be $16? No way.
Must be made out of like titanium.
I don't even know. That doesn't make any sense. But seriously, a blade bait for 16 bucks.
It looks
Travis,
good.
you got to show it. Share the screen, bro.
I'm trying, bud.
He's trying, guys.
Travis, have
Calm
you
down. That's a lot of money.
that certain blades are better than others, like in general, or are they all just kind of the same?
Nah, dude.
Think there's some better blades on the market. I think there's a lot of blades that are really. I think they all can catch fish.
Agreed.
A lot has to do with really, I guess, the vibration versus ease of use. I guess I would say. Not all blade baits are fun to fish. That's for sure. Some need some modification. I like that Demiki Vault a lot, but it's hard to throw it with 2 hooks.
Truly. But if you modify, there's some things you can do, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then the Binsky, I mean, that metal is ultra thin and the vibration starts really quick. I mean, I think that's another thing, Brett. How quickly does that vibration start?
Great.
And do you have multiple holes?
A lot. The steel shad. The steel shad
Silver Buddy
is a pretty good bait. And it's actually a really good straight retrieve bait too. At certain times you use that.
Don't sleep on the Demiki for schooling fish, Brett Carnwright, on herring fisheries. If you happen to find yourself in a moment where the bait's small and they're schooling in the fall, and you could chuck it a mile braid to a leader, and they bite it.
I mean, I see in the comments someone said they can catch on a $4 blade bait made by a resort. Absolutely. I mean, you can make a blade bait in the garage and catch fish on it.
The BPS one's fantastic if you can find it on sale. Like those hooks really bend out, but I mean, sometimes that's not a bad
the Bass
thing
Pro Shop, was it the Razor? I like that one.
That's a really good one. Yeah, I think I might have my heavy metal box here. I don't know. Where's my heavy metal box?
So Sean, it's a lift and fall 85% of the time, but you can retrieve it just like you would a lipless.
100%.
And they'll bite it for sure. It just depends on where you're fishing it. So give you an example where I would swim or just retrieve a blade bait would be spawn, post spawn, when the fish are still in that zone, or even pre-spawn, just shallower. You gotta have a lot of fish around, it seems.
I don't know, but Travis, there's a flip side to what you're talking. You're talking smallmouth. I'll talk largemouth tidal. Blade baits are money, even on lakes and largemouth. It's something they don't see a ton, and it works well beyond the winter, even in a grass bed on the edge, ripping it when the bait's small. Don't tell your buddies though.
I'll say this: I learned a lot the last time I was out perch fishing. I was using a spoon and I was looking at them in about 10 feet of water, and I was able to, there would be times I would have a dozen, maybe more perch around the bait. And I would see, there'd only be like one good one, like one keeper out of a dozen. And they're all kind of chilling around there. And I had to work that bait specifically to sight fish for that bigger perch. And what I found is they wanted that, the bigger perch wanted that spoon to fall on the bottom and just sit there and then shake it in place and let the sediment or whatever kind of stir up around it, almost to where you couldn't see the spoon anymore. And then you just kill it. And that perch would just zone right into it while it's sitting on the bottom and suck that bait in. Yeah, that was kind of a fun little deal. I literally sat down looking under in a hole for 5 hours, sight fishing one big one that would come in every, seemed like sometimes 10 minutes. You'd have like 30 little guys all around you all day. That might have something to do with, you know, it's obviously fish behavior. it was just interesting to see that.
What do they bite pretty good like all day on Ontario, or is it just like a morning bite?
No, I think when you get around them, you got to call them in. So you got to do a little bit of jigging. You got to be around them, first of all. The weird thing is this day, I probably moved 15, 20 times. And every time I moved, it was the same freaking deal. It was just little perch. And you had to sit there and wait 10, 15 minutes to get a keeper. I could never find a big group of fish.
What do you
But-
consider a keeper perch?
Let me ask you a
You're
question.
gonna want to clean, you know, big perch.
Yeah, big jumbos.
Yeah, I mean, I consider a big perch a 12 to 14-inch perch.
Yeah, big ones.
Okay.
Hey, Travis, have you ever tried throwing a perch pattern? Like this is a special run color from the Binsky perch pattern.
Yeah,
And
I've caught them on it.
yeah, interesting. This is one that I don't think a lot of people have seen. I know it's a favorite of some guys, the Zip Baits one. And this is one that I've been very impressed with. And it didn't seem to hang the hooks up as much as the other ones I've thrown. It's a potbelly one. It's made by, and it's got owner hooks on it. Have you seen? I got it with you, Travis, and absolutely crushed them up at Deep Creek Lake in Western Maryland. This was the largemouth in 43-degree water. That was the day I was out with Timmy Reams. He fishes the NPFL, and Justin. They both live on the lake. And one was thrown an A-rig. Timmy started out with chatterbait and threw a couple other things. This out caught those guys 11-1, 11-1, including one close to 5. They were shocked that a blade bait worked on their lake.
Man.
And it was late November. They were pulling docks. We focused on coves that had creek channels coming into it because the warmer water was still coming in. The temperature went up about 2 degrees. I think the coldest we saw that day was 39. And almost caught a giant northern in a grass bed. And here's the weird part. At one point during the day when the sun got high, the largemouth started schooling on golden shiners. And the reason I picked this out, this one has a gold and silver aspect to it. So in my mind, it's the best of both worlds. Because typically you're either buying a gold, like a gold Binsky, you know, or a gold anything. That's a Binsky right there. Or silver Binsky. Those are your go-to colors 9 times out of 10, right? But I like the fact that this blade bait that I just showed had a gold. It was like a a half and half, like a gold and silver, half and half. Half the bait's gold, half the bait's silver. Gave me the best of both worlds. So I didn't have to decide. And it really mirrored and mimicked the golden shiner. So if you got golden shiner in your lake, man, that was a great one right there. Anyway, loved it. Yeah. Right on. We had remember we did that blade bait special with Steve from Fish Sense Lures?
Yeah.
He blew my mind with the different retrieves.
Sure.
And how long you had to wait. That was a great show, Travis. Oh my God.
I don't mind. I do wait a long time at they will bite it off the bottom for sure.
They truly will. Like he would talk about it.
That'll be one of the first baits we throw this spring for sure.
Yeah. And I think talking about how long you pause is like, what depth are the fish at? What speed do they want it pumped at? And then the cadence. The cadence is, am I going brup, brup, or am I going brup and count and then brup and then count as long as I can stand it and then try to figure out. With live scope, I guess you can see what you're doing, but me typically I'm struggling with the blade bait back there trying to figure it out without it. So pitching 1,000 docks, but just covering water. But I mean, 2 ways to go about it for those guys who don't have scope. Just think about it in your mind: depth, speed, cadence. You always should be talking to yourself about that if you're fishing a moving bait.
Yeah.
Cool stuff, man.
There you go.
Right on, man. Yeah, and this is I'll just show you. That's my heavy metal box. I don't even know if I got any in stock, but I sold out the last time I offered them because it has a mix of all the things we just talked about. All the blade baits. Who that? Derek?
Let's find out.
Come on, Derek. Post up, bro. If you're still watching.
No, it's my buddy.
Ah, darn it.
I had a high school buddy. His dad died.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Did
you know him?
Yeah, I've met him. I was more friends with his son, obviously. So
sure,
he was just his other buddy was texting me the stuff. That's all that was.
Right.
Everybody's dying.
hope not everybody.
Well, it seems that way, but
I'm still here.
you're still there, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
JP, we're glad to have you on the show. I don't need a text from you, JP, every Monday around 9 or 10 o'clock asking me if we're going live that night. Put it this way. Let's say your job was to go, I don't know what you do. What do you do? Bend pipes or whatever? Whatever you do in those factories, you know.
Go ahead and finish your story that you're about to piss me off with.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's say I was involved with your job and we were going to a job site. And let's say I asked you every morning, hey, bud, we go on that job site? Like, are you motivated to go to work?
Dude, I'm never late for work.
Are you motivated?
No, he said motivated.
I'm always motivated to go to work.
All right.
I enjoy every aspect of my life, bud. Yes. Why would I stop? Why would I keep doing something that I don't like doing?
I don't know.
I think what he's trying to say is if Travis pinged you every morning, like, are we still going to that job?
Okay, here's the deal, Eric.
At 8 p.m. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to help you understand what he's saying.
60% of the time I get a link about an hour later. The other 40% I have a special guest. I don't need you. Okay, if you don't need me, then I'm going to make other plans for my afternoon because I also have a life. So I don't think it's too much to ask to just say, am I coming on the live tonight? Yes or no? I want to plan my Monday out.
Well, listen, when's the last time we had a special guest? There's a special guest on tonight. His name's Brett Carr.
I mean, here, and he wants to send me more text messages. Great talk. Absolutely. Do you value our friendship every day? I mean,
yeah, because sometimes I wonder if you value the friendship. So I ask. I'm a person. I ask somebody a question if it's on my mind.
JP, it's a journey with Travis. I've been through this journey, man. But I hear you, bro. I feel you, man.
And today you didn't even answer. I just all of a sudden got a link in my email.
He was on his deathbed, bro. I mean, look, he doesn't look like he was dying. He doesn't even look like he was sick. He looks tan, which makes me question this employee and this owner-operator's commitment to the show because you look like you were sunning today somewhere. Your whites are even more pearly white. I think you went down to somewhere warm and got, you had a nice vacation and you hit it too hard and you just didn't feel like coming to work. And so you knew we got you, man. All of a sudden, here you are because you didn't like the direction of the show. So you were lurking in the background. And now all of a sudden, he's miraculously well. Do tell. Inquiring minds want to know. You got 202 people in the chat, which is the most we've had in a while. You got some splaining to do.
There were 75-mile-an-hour winds today.
You were on the ice, so you got
That's
wind.
why I'm a little red.
I got you. And it took it out of you. You just couldn't get up for the show because you said, you know what? I got homies that will post up. But you didn't quite like how it was going on because, we didn't follow the script, right? So you thought you'd roll in heavy. I like it. Just know, everybody, he pretends like he's not watching, but he's always watching. Right, JP?
Oh, yeah, I knew he'd be on.
If you don't think I did either, you're crazy. He watching. He cares deep down. Man, I'm bummed we couldn't get Derek on. I was looking forward. But who goes to bed at 8:47?
I don't know. He was all mad.
Well, he'll come on next week. Are you guys going to go live from the show at all? You want to do a special live from the show episode? Or those kind of stink because the Wi-Fi always sucks?
No, it's actually pretty cool. We usually go live from the show 24/7 the whole time we were there.
We might do it.
All right. Let me know. Yeah. I'll jump on for an evening sesh if you want. Hop in the booth, run the camera, let it stream.
Brett, it sounded like you had something to say.
Go ahead, Brett.
What? I said we were going to get fired from Beast Coast.
Oh, maybe. Somebody asked you about your setup.
About
Greg.
Products and all this other stuff, and we can't even get Derek on the show. We can't even get the basics down here. Is just get him on the show.
Look, man, all I know is this: it's hard to manage the chat watch 4 different screens. You're coming in and out with bad audio. JP's got 2 going. I can't do it all. I needed some help. Travis?
Yes, it's blowing. I'm just putting it in the comments.
Okay,
Is it blowing enough to is it blowing enough to ruin the ice in Chameau Bay?
Let's put it this way.
Let's talk.
So Saturday I was out, or maybe it was Sunday. I can't remember. Saturday. I went out with the kids and in a new spot, and I walked out and I started drilling, and some guy was coming back in and said, "You see that little spot over there?" He's like, "There's only 3 inches of ice right there." And I was like, "Okay." They were catching them. There was another guy out there catching them, but he was probably another 100 yards out. And I drilled the holes, and it was really cool. Maybe you guys can see this picture. So I was actually fishing on a place I fished for smallmouth during the spawn, and so it's a really cool bottom. Yeah, the picture might do some justice.
Bring it.
I got a little video here. So that's the bottom, right?
Dude, it's still got a lot of that green algae on it.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
No, but I'm just saying it was
that's that green stuff that was getting all over our jigs. Has it always had that in the winter, bro?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, anyway,
with the ice.
Yeah. Anyways,
I
decided to say, we sat in that hole for about 5 minutes. I said, "This ain't working."
Right.
I said, "Pack your shit up. Let's go." And
who are you fishing with today? We're guiding?
Yeah. No, the other day I was with the kids. Is what I'm talking about.
Oh, got it.
Okay. So I didn't feel comfortable going out further because it was only 3 inches of ice.
Yeah.
And they didn't have their life jackets. I really don't want to deal with them if they were to fall in, and it would be a bad thing. So I put it back on the truck. And today, the exact spot we were fishing because of the wind is all open water now. It was pretty wild to see that.
Wow.
So it is eating the ice.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Brett was asking how he gets his Instagram handle below his image on this Foursquare. Remember how we used to do that so people could know where to find each other?
Oh, yeah.
How does that happen?
That's like
Remember
a
how it used to happen?
thing. We have to get like some guy, like an IT person, to put those on.
That's not true.
Sure it is.
It's not true. You know you can do it for him right now. Do it.
All you can do. Here's what you do. You type
Can I do it? Dude, every single show on StreamYard, we used to have our names below our faces so that people could go and say, "Oh, I'd like to follow that guy in the hat that has the cool boat." All right, that's you. Where's everybody else?
That's the best I can do.
That doesn't help anybody but you.
Well, if they all want to type it in the comments, we can post it.
It's like I think I put it
All right,
in.
Brett. Brett, I'm going to type it in for people so they know who the hell you are. Maybe they'll catch this part of the show and they could give you a follow, because don't we want to do that for our guests, Travis?
We do.
And don't we want to do that for our co-host and Big JP?
Yes.
That is recurring at this point, special guest.
How do you make it? There's got to be a way to display your screen. It would just be in the bottom left corner.
There is.
Well,
I can do stuff like this.
No, I already typed mine in, so we can see it, but somehow what you've typed in, people can't see. Leave that up for a minute. If anybody wants a heavy metal box, it's available at the Bass Lab tonight. It's on sale for $89.99. It's the best blades ever made. What up? And I'm throwing some extras in tonight because I love everybody watching this show. There you go. So whoever is asking
everybody who's watching, We're going to promote all your Instagrams. How's that?
Hey, there you go. Travis, what was the one blade bait that you turned everybody on to? What was the one blade bait that we recently got that you turned everybody on to?
The G-Crack.
The G-Crack. It'll also have a G-Crack in it for you to try out. Maybe 2. I'm feeling generous these days. Hell, I might start giving away all my tackle. How many people do you think we could get up to if I said, fuck it, I'm giving everything away in the Bass Lab?
Still 200.
Still 200. That's
yeah.
Oh yeah, unless it was like a Sakamata shad and a jighead minnow, right? Which, Brett, I still got to send you some.
You know what's effed up is like literally I go out and I see the top lures from the Bass Open that happened on Clark's Hill. And I'm like, kidding me, this crap all over again this year again.
Why is that what
Like,
they did?
All it was just jighead minnows, the whole gallery for the top 10 of the
Good.
spinning. Yeah,
All right, so here's what's going to change that, right? NPFL, I don't think it's going to be that way, but let's see.
there won't
You know
be
what?
a jighead minnow in the top for
Right.
like they do top 10 galleries. I don't think they do.
And
But-
so they might, because Ken Duke's doing the media. So I'll be talking to Ken Duke about that, because that's how you promote product, right? That's how you show people that they can catch things on regular lures. That's how you draw. We could go from 200 to 400 here. I bet we could get 500 people a week if we would talk to the anglers that like to walk the bank, kayak, that want to fish old school, because you got
Yes, you have
scoping
big
experts
plans here, Eric, and I'm
You
ready
gotta-
to motivated. And I was just
you
thinking
got-
about this earlier.
That guy's he's a scoping expert right there, but he also likes to throw a bunch of different stuff when I'm on the boat with him. So you got the best scoper on the planet for smallies. He's a smallmouth expert. Now he's going on the ice. He loves to salmon fish, right? Well, yeah, you could point to him anywhere you want. I'm pointing at him right now.
Okay.
But you got this guy right here that knows how to throw everything in the box, right? I walk the bank still. I'm a co-angler. That broadens the audience. So not only would have 190, let's find 190 new people. Because guess what? There's one new person on here tonight that doesn't care about professional fishing. He just wants to be introduced to new lures, understand how to retrieve them, depth, speed, cadence, what's the rod, lure, line setup, talk about something interesting, and he's excited about the magic of catching a bass on an 1/8-ounce buzz bait that nobody throws with a badass trailer called the Z-Crawl Junior in a secret fucking color right there that I've won money on. Now what's up? Let's talk about it. So let me just tell you something. I don't give a fuck that it's a jighead minnow and a Sakamata shad that was the top 10 in the last tournament that was pro. Don't care anymore. I really don't care, because it's monotonous. It is brain freezing monotony anymore to listen to that noise and the arguing that's going on. I don't care. There's millions of
what are you
people.
talking about?
There's millions of people that just want to go fishing and they want to use a variety of lures. Buzz baits, spinner baits, bladed jigs, jighead minnows, maybe swim baits, little tab tail. They want to hear about Somatis. They want to hear about the hollow tip worm. They want to throw a jig. They want to throw a chatterbait. They want to know how to rip it out of grass. An old trap. What's the difference between a rattle trap? This classic cordell that feathers through the grass incredibly well, and that he can improve their catch rate on their body of water because they tuned into Smallmouth Crush. Or they want to go crank a lay down and watch a bass come out of the wood and throw a crankbait where nobody dares throwing a crankbait. Which crankbait do you throw? What hooks do you change it out to? What line size should you be using? That's a cool conversation to me, because there's millions of more people that want to hear about that and then how to shake a jig minnow. Dude, I said it. There it is, man. Let's like and share this feed to people who like to go fishing old school. You got the modern day guy next to me, and you got the old school guy next to him. That's a damn good setup. And you got another guy fishing tons of tournaments called Brett Carnwright, and you got Big JP, who's a freaking fantastic guy. And yeah, his roots are old school too. Holes in milfoil with 7-inch Senkos. Let's go. Come on, Travis. The world can be your oyster. Let's roll. I'm fired up, man. I want to talk fucking fishing.
Answer Greg's question, Britt.
What's Greg's question?
Why, Brett,
Tuesday.
why do you stick with the invitationals over the opens? All right. Two big reasons. One of them is money that they pay out. The invitationals pays a lot better than the opens does. You're going to make money fishing the invitationals. You can't make money fishing the opens unless you top 10 at least 2 of the 4, or at least like second place in like that's the only way you can really make money. If you cash a check on the invitationals, you make money every tournament. And then the second reason is scheduling. So Bassmaster Opens, they hardly ever line up with, like, say, the Toyota Series tournaments or the invitationals. If you stick with the invitationals or any MLF tournaments, they never interfere. So I'm never going to have to worry about an invitational lining up on, well, sometimes they do, but it's pretty rare where a Toyota and an invitational line up and they interfere with one another. So it allows me to fish a full schedule, no conflicts, and don't have to worry about like the off limit stuff, like interfering with stuff. Because I couldn't fish the St. Lawrence Bassmaster Open this year. I can't fish it because I will be fishing the Invitational in the St. Lawrence, which is in the off limits period. So
when's the Invitational?
It's like probably like July 20th. And
Can
then
we fish that? Can regular people fish it?
yeah, they're gonna let
individual events.
Huh?
Can I fish that event?
You can fish the Invitational on the St. Lawrence, but there's a 28-day off limit, so you can fish Lake Ontario only. Lake Ontario is not available for the Invitational, so you can guide on Ontario and like Lake Oneida if you wanted to for that 28 days.
Travis, you could do that.
No.
Look at this. Pete Jablowski. I haven't seen that name in like a year. Did you guys ever find out who that was? Because I know who it is.
I know who it is.
It's me.
It's
Jablowski. I'm just kidding. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question on why I'm doing invitationals and not opens. And I mean, maybe next year it'll line up better and I might. And I kind of wanted to try to do both this year, but I think the only real conflict was the St. Lawrence tournament.
We're all gigantic. Yep. Did you know that when I took third place in the Bass Open in 2011, my check was bigger than the guy that got third place this weekend?
No way.
Really?
Yep. My father called me and told me today.
Clark's Hill?
Yeah.
What?
What did everyone do on Clark's Hill? Just look for suspended fish? Why didn't everyone catch them if they all had
actually the guy
there was one guy cranking.
The guy with the last name Booney or Bunny, he was catching them cranking with a deep crankbait on points.
Let's go. He was using a scope to see cover. I get it.
Of course you would.
360. Of course you would. No doubt. But let's just say you were in a tin boat and you didn't have it. Let's talk to those people too, Travis. I know you can't identify, but I can.
I can
that's
identify.
What I'm talking about. All right, that's good.
Go do something.
I know you wouldn't do, dude. You've already
Travis,
said it.
Were you more competitive in tournaments pre-scope or post-scope?
Good question. What do you mean?
I think it was pre-scope.
Probably pre, to be honest with you.
but why?
I enjoyed that. I was more in smaller zones back then. I wouldn't run 80 spots like I did back then. Then we would just look for massive schools.
Right.
That's how you did it. But I don't know if they school up like they used to. Like, I don't think so, but dude, there was so many times in practice or just fun fishing, you wouldn't even shut them. You put the motor in neutral and you throw your bait off the back and they would fucking bite right there by the motor. God.
Yeah, when I first started going to Ontario, I'd watch a lot of Travis's videos and he would be sitting at the console and he'd be on 2D and you'd get up and start breaks and you'd be like, see, they're not here. And you'd put it in gear and like 10 feet later, you'd be like, oh, there's one. And just throw off the back and be like, oh, yep, another 6-pounder.
That's how it used to be, man. God. I wish it was like that again.
And also, Travis, I don't know if you were in the group when we were talking about the invitational rules, but you can't use live scope or 360 on day 2. So if you fish that invitation,
And the ones you're fishing,
yeah,
fuck, how stupid are they?
And I think they lost like 40, maybe 50 guys this year because they did that rule. And believe it or not, they did a vote. They sent out a survey last year to us, like around in July, and they said, "Hey, what do you guys want to see for restrictions on forward-facing sonar?" And they gave us like 5 choices. It was like no restriction, you know, maybe limit the number of transducers, or no live scope at all. And then there was a couple other things. Like they have like 4 questions, and they gave you like basically leave it wide open or have limits or fully ban it. It was like, and they gave you a few choices in between. And they said that 50% of the people chose to not limit it at all, and 50% chose to completely ban it on the invitational trail that they surveyed, I guess. And I was
wow.
Because I thought it would be like 80% of the people would say don't do anything with it, leave it wide open.
Why did that surprise you, Brett?
I didn't think there was 50% of the guys that thought that they didn't want to fish with it at all.
Like, but why does that surprise you, that people still want to fish old school, or they didn't want to learn it, or they don't like the cost of it, or it levels the playing field? Talk to me, man.
I don't know. There was a majority
as an angler,
young people, so I thought that they would just. I didn't think there'd be very many guys at all that didn't want to have it. And
very interesting. I think it says a lot about the industry, right? It says a lot about the fishing universe, and I mean, I think it's cool. It's variety. It's like it leaves something for everybody. And the 40 guys that left, they went to the Opens, and the Opens is a great format. I'm stoked for the Opens guys.
But did they go to the Opens? Because the Open only had 163 boats.
Well, they're all fishing.
I mean, you got a point. What?
What was that?
Division. There's like a central division more. There's like an east. I don't know if it's Eastern and Central, or if they just call it Division 1, Division 2. But supposedly the other division that's doing Leech Lake, Sam Rayburn, maybe Kentucky Lake, and something else. Those
St. Lawrence River.
Supposedly, no, the St. Lawrence one is on the division that just started. So the other division, their tournament, supposedly that one is full with 250 people. So there's 160 that are doing the division that just fished, and then there's supposedly 250 full field already on the other side.
Interesting.
Wow.
And I know 4 or 5 guys right off the top of my head that I roomed with that went to the Opens. Like that, out of the 140 guys that were fishing the invitationals last year, 5 of them I know right now: Alec Morrison, Rick Harris, Jaden Parrish, Tommy Dickerson, JD Chandler. 5 of them right there that left invitationals and went to the Opens.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of that's 5. Is it 5? Basically 5% of the field right there that I personally know. And then there's a handful other ones that that I know of that are fishing.
Good friend of mine says the climate is changing. He said that it's very young. The Opens, he just fished the Open at Clarks Hill, and he said he looked around and he's like, man, it's majority very young people now.
And I don't know if Bassmaster's new announcement of like the no entry fee has got a lot of guys trying to get in there even more now than it was before.
Totally, might be, man. I mean, it's not bad for the sport. I mean, you're bringing in the youth. That's awesome. I mean, you can't argue with it, but at least there's trails and other formats that are interesting for a lot of people to watch.
Yeah.
I love the variety. I love the standards. I love the mix-up. Who knows where it's going to settle next year? But at least there's something for everybody to watch.
Back to the show. Long-time watcher, but not lately, apparently.
Yeah, a lot of people said they
good crowd tonight. You know what? I want to make an announcement. If I can only fish one major tournament this year, it would be the NPFL on the St. Lawrence River.
Why?
No scope.
God, I would love to see you do that. Yes, Travis, I love it.
Okay.
I know you would be, dude. I've seen you do it, man. God, I would love to see you be there.
Not on the lake, but on the river. I'd be a non-scoper on the river for sure.
I love it, man. I love it. That would be amazing. I think you could do it, man. I think I'd bet on you. Like I said, man, I'd pay half your entry fee. I'd lay down the check right now.
For what?
For you fishing a non-scope tournament, I hop in just because. I would write you the check today. On this live, I would stroke it. I'd get my checkbook out and I'd write it. 10 grand entry fee, I'm in for 5. I don't need anything back. Just as a thank you for changing my life and watching you do it.
Yeah.
I get fired up about that.
Now, the massive schools you were talking about that you used to find on 2D Sonar, and now you're saying you don't believe they school up like they used to. Is that because their majority of them are dead?
No way.
I don't know.
No way, dude. No way, dude. That river's full of fish. That lake it's the best in the world, right? Brett, JP, Travis.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nobody says it's not the best, but if it used to be, you pull up and there's 200 fish sitting on a spot in the middle of the summer, you don't see that too much anymore.
I mean, don't you? Do you think it's because of pressure? Because everybody's shy? I don't know.
I guess we used to have schools stick around longer. We'll put it.
Where'd they go? Is it because they get pressured because they
I don't know. I don't. Pressure? Again, I'm not going to.
I'm only asking the question.
Pressure. I go out every day and I
don't
see
anybody.
Maybe a boat.
The only person I see when I go out is him.
There ain't no pressure, dude.
Then maybe it's you two knuckleheads. Maybe it's you guys 5 days a week on.
You got a couple guys on Duck Island. You got guys running Henderson. You got some guys running over here. Like, I don't know. I don't see.
I mean, Eric, if there's not a national event going on up there and you go up during the week, there is nobody there after opening week.
Did they eat all the bait and they just went to the next section of river that has covered with gobies? They're pelagic. They move, right? I mean,
the only year
those guys are protein eaters.
Where it went really bad. You guys might remember maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah,
it was a really, really hot summer, and it really the water temp was like the hottest ever recorded.
Right.
And that wrecked my 2D. That was the downfall, and then live scope came into play, and then. You know, my last year with just 2D wasn't the greatest for those.
And that was the year that the elites came and that guy almost won with largemouth because the smallmouth fishing absolutely sucked.
What?
Yeah, Brock Mosley.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he came in second place with largemouths, and like 20 pounds was a huge bag for smallmouths.
Yeah, but that was a lot more recent than like 7 or 8 years ago.
That was 6, 7 years ago, Brett.
I feel like that was during COVID. Like,
I don't know.
Because they didn't even go out of Clayton. He caught him they fished out of Clayton because Waddington wouldn't let him fish, so they moved to Clayton, I think. And that was when Chris Johnston won. And Paul Mueller. That was during COVID, I think. They had to move it from Waddington to Clayton because Waddington wouldn't allow him to do it in that county. And they Clayton.
I don't know. That's interesting, man.
But Chris,
I don't know, guys. You guys are the smallmouth guys. Why don't you see those big schools? Jay, what's your theory? You got to have a theory. What's your theory, JP? What's your theory, Travis? What's your theory, Brett? Why don't you see those 200 fish schools anymore in the river? They go to the lake?
I never saw.
No, I saw those schools on the lake.
Oh.
2020.
I
never saw like 10 years ago. I never saw like when they were dumber than a box of rocks. I mean, they're still sometimes like that, but I never saw like even on Champlain. Like I used to see stuff like that, but I don't even see that here. And the pressure hasn't gone up here. It's just it's almost like it's like it's like in the cloud. It's like they're transmitting lake to lake pathically, these smallmouth, and they're like,
oh, here we go.
All right. That's Brett's theory. Wait.
What are you talking about, you guys? What do you think? This is just a physical reality and everything's solid? There's nothing, there's no frequency, there's no energy, there's no thoughts that create what's happening?
Talk to my June bug crankbait, because that bitch caught one on the first cast, never seen the water again, and you couldn't catch him on scope after it was fish sitting there. All right. I
So
believe
Brett,
you,
it
man.
was 2017, so it was 8 years ago. So I think I was right.
Who the heck was
What's your theory, JP? What's your
That
theory,
was
JP?
2017,
I-
8 years ago.
it?
What is going on here?
Paul, that was when Van Dam won, isn't it?
How are you still alive, Eric? You were old back then. I'm so freaking out right now.
I almost bit the bullet, mate. JP, what is your theory?
I don't have a theory. I asked.
You
asked
have,
if they thought they
I
would
just
pass.
want you to use. I want you to use your brain. You are a smallmouth guy. You spent a lot of time up north. You've spent a lot of time on Ontario and the river. What is your theory? Where did the giant schools go?
I think a lot of fish die.
Okay, so it's right. What's the lifespan of a cold water smallmouth? Does anybody
What's
know?
the lifespan of a fish when you reel it up and the blood's pouring out of its gills as it's shaking its head? Come on, Eric.
Well,
they're
that's
dying.
blood vessels. Listen.
Oh, everybody's not fizzing.
No, it doesn't matter about fizzing. They're bleeding when you reel them in.
Okay, JP.
Wait. Let's just talk
hold
about
up.
it. If you catch a
That-
deep smallmouth and you don't fizz him, he ain't living.
Okay. Let me
So you're saying fishing pressure, JP?
JP is wrong about them bleeding. It's just the blood vessels in their gills, I guess, flare up, inflammation from coming up quick. It's not like they're gut hooked or it's coming out of their, by their tongue or anything. That's fine from what I've seen. It's when guys catch these big fish and try to take a bunch of pictures and not put that fish back within 30 seconds. That's when you have some problems with fizzing.
Ah.
And then when you do fizz one and you screw up, they just sink to the bottom. And a lot of people
They're
don't
done.
understand that either.
They're done. So if you don't hit it right, you're killing the fish. by
Well, if you
fizzing them
take too much
improperly.
out,
Oh, you have to fizz the proper amount. You can't just
Yeah.
take all their air in their air bladder
I believe so.
because you got to read your instructions on the fizz manual.
Well, you just got to kind of watch it. And
What do you
Never-
mean? I don't. What are you
you
saying?
just don't want to pull the needle out too late, but you also don't want to pull out too soon either, because then you got to either use the same hole and put the reamer in. It's very complicated process. I'd rather use-
How do you know when to take it out?
You see it when you puncture the fish. It'll be like a lot of bubbles, and then you're holding
Yeah.
the fish on its side, and then
Yes.
you see that when it starts to slow down, the fish will start to actually get a little active in your hands. That's when you got to pull.
That's
it
when you
and let
pull
the
it.
fish
Okay.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be like, say this is his belly.
Yeah.
It'll be like this, almost
Yeah.
like more belly up, and you hit him, and when he gets, like, after say 5 or 10 seconds, he'll start to get up, and once he turns upright and kind of like starts to move, you pull
He's
the,
happy.
like
You
once
pull
he's
the needle.
a little suspended in the water and gets upright, that's all you need. And
You're right.
I fizz every single one I catch on the St. Lawrence in a tournament. In practice, you catch them, if you throw them back within 5 seconds or 20 seconds, they're fine. It's the ones you hold up, when you hold them in the well for 5 minutes. Those are the ones
All
that
right.
have problems. So
All right. Here's another theory. Here's another theory.
a live well, and they're all good. Like I'll throw them in there, and they're fine. Like,
Okay. All right. I got a theory.
I don't want
So
to say I've never had one die because I'm going to jinx myself, but I've had like
no.
one die in a tournament. That's it. And it was,
Well,
I hooked him right through the top of the mouth. And I think I like punctured part of like his neuros
brain.
because he just wasn't good. But
All right, Brett, you're good with fish care, man. That's awesome. But here's another theory, and this gets back to what Travis was trying to get the crew to talk about. Brett, you started it. Travis was like, "Hold up a minute, let's explore that." Steve Hardy is in the chat, and he says he believes there's a portal from Galoo to the Inland Sea.
Go to
Travis?
the inlet sea.
That's what he just said. So, Travis, I want you to go first. You've got a lot of experience around Galoo. Brett, you've won a lot on the Inland Sea. JP, you fish Champlain, you fish Lake Ontario. Galoo to the Inland Sea. Travis, go first.
No.
Oh,
there's
Brett.
a portal between like the west side of Lake Oneida and Galoo Island, because the smallmouth on Oneida, like, what the hell's going on there? But there's a portal for sure.
You're saying the big fish from Oneida have gone to Galoo.
No, Galoo.
I'll say this for the record: there is probably a bigger population of humanoids down below than on top of this reality. There's a huge population living. There's a reason why we can't drill a certain amount of depth. It's not because of technology. What are you laughing at?
Hey guys, I got a 5 o'clock a.m. meeting with Andy East in the morning, so I'm gonna bounce out.
JP.
You call him humanoids. Wait, JP, you leave it at the best moment. He's out. He's frozen. I'm just gonna leave him on the screen like that. He's pretending that he's left, but he's not. I'm leaving him up for the rest of the show. Travis, do not remove him. Do not remove that guy.
Eric, what's funny is Travis says, like, for the record, as if like nobody's gonna believe him. Like, I just want this to know that I think like this. As if
Oh my gosh,
there's a huge population of
humanoids. Why do you call them humanoids?
Because they're definitely not going to look like us. They have adapted to the underworld, and they have all the technology.
Stop it! You're killing me, man. I needed this laugh, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm crying a little bit right now.
Why'd you take him off?
I didn't take him off.
Neither did I.
That's weird. Who did? The humanoids did it.
But it could be like related in reality. Like, why are the smallmouth? Why am I not seeing groups of 50 smallmouth on Champlain? Yeah. And why are there not groups of 500 smallmouth on Lake Ontario anymore?
I don't know.
It could be sonar pressure, like maybe just over time. You know, it's like us. You have a group of people around us, and then there's a group of people, say, in like Florida. And we might never actually see them, but everybody's kind of evolving like the same way. It just could be like the way the simulation has us going. So
it's possible.
That could be.
No, I agree with that.
Wait, that's right.
With your thoughts on how you want to catch fish. Like,
wait a minute.
I just admitted that the big schools are gone. So my reality is going to prove that. The reality doesn't want you to be a liar. If your belief is that what came out of my mouth, the big schools seem to have left. I will find a big school because I just said I won't find a big school.
All right, and if I say I know I can,
there's no big schools out there, but somebody else might believe they can go find them. There's huge schools they will get, and they're the ones that are going to win that tournament.
Is that part of my success in the back of the boat that I believe I can catch them behind you, even though you got the best technology on the planet?
This world isn't what you think. It is not what you think.
It is what I believe, man. I believe. I believed when I
school, man. Everything's fluid. There's energy everywhere. A lot of us, I struggle. I know the facts, but I struggle at figuring out the mechanics of the fact.
All right. Well, I don't. That's why I'm all right.
That's why you're fine. Your belief level has you perfect.
Exactly.
Okay.
I believe I'm going to catch them, and so I do.
Yes, with everything.
Yeah, business,
it's
life.
All about your beliefs, and you don't allow any negative stuff in your life. You block all that out, and that's why you're going places, Eric. And that's why we love you as a co-host.
Man, thank you. That was nice. I appreciate that. Right. Thank you. I think we agree on that, man. The vibrations and the positive energy, it comes back to you. You're right. No, I believe what you're saying. Like, I mean, I think we agree in principle. I'm not sure about the humanoid people down below.
Yeah, that's anyway. Fine. You also You also believe in clones. You don't believe in all these celebrities. Do you know the NFL is not a sports organization? It's an entertainment organization.
Okay.
These players that make 30, 40, 80, 90 million dollars a year are actors. They have a script and everything plays out in their reality to control the masses, to keep us involved on the TV screen, the advertisements, the products, all of that, the emotions that are involved in football. The emotions, the energy in the arenas, they're harnessing all the energy for the people down below. Okay, that's one reason for arenas. Okay, and everybody's in on it.
That's interesting. Maybe that's why I don't watch it.
Maybe
because I'm just not in that jam center. Brett, what do you think? Do you watch NFL? How do you respond to what Travis just said?
Not really, but I definitely knew. I watched some of the Chiefs game last night. Was it?
Okay, I did see the play where it appeared that the Buffalo Bills guy intercepted and then hit the ground with the football nose touching the ground. He seemed to have possession, and the other guy wrestled him away from the ball. And Chiefs on the whatever it was, and they scored a touchdown.
I don't know how you spell
Chiefs. To me.
Chiefs.
I definitely saw.
Win.
I've been seeing all the stuff on Instagram that gets everybody riled up about how the refs are on the Chiefs side, and they and I saw the plays because I don't really watch football that much. Like that was probably the first game I watched all year.
Yeah.
And I was just at my parents' house, and my dad loves watching football, so I was watching it, and I was seeing the plays. I said, "Yep, there's one of those ones I'm going to have 70,000 comments."
And you got to understand. You got to understand the emotion. These football players know that they're actors. The organization is controlled by Jewish members of society.
What?
That's a fact. Yeah, the cabal, the deep state.
What?
Okay, Eric.
Wait, I want Brett to come back. You got to stop for a second. Hold that thought. Let Brett come back. I want to hear how his dad reacted first. I want to hear how a regular humanoid reacted to those calls. That's into football because you don't watch it really. I don't watch it really. Brett, how did your humanoid father react to the calls that he was watching, and who was he pulling for? Buffalo, I guess, because he's a New Yorker, right?
No, he doesn't. I don't think he cares about either of the teams, but.
But what was his reaction to the calls?
Well, the one where they were like on 4th down.
Yeah.
And they were going for it on 4th, and they did like I don't know what they called it. Like
it's kind of called like the wedge, the push, right?
They called it the push, and he looked like my dad's like, well, he definitely looks like he broke the plane right there, like that.
Yeah.
Down. And of course, they called it like, no, you didn't get a Chiefs ball. And then the Chiefs go down and score like they're winning either a field goal or down, whatever it was, like with a few minutes.
By the way, Taylor Swift is probably a clone. And if she's not a clone, she's a fallen angel that has never died, has been through many, many past lives. This is just one theory. Okay.
Travis, that's interesting.
She's a demon, and you should not listen to any of the music and the beats and the frequency of the music that comes out of her.
Travis, what have you been reading? What have you been reading?
Sorry.
What? Okay. All right. What if he's out? That's it. Okay.
Probably grow up.
That's a mic drop. What has he been reading out on that ice? All right, I just got to.
And I said, "Oh, these are the things that like get the social media extremely fired up." Like,
very true.
Nobody even cares about like the score, or, like what happens. All they care about are these 3 or 4 plays that they can just go back and analyze over and over and say the refs did this, the refs did that.
All right, I want to show you something just to talk about the energy of the universe. John Mango's in the chat tonight. John Mango got one of the original. This was the original June bug crankbait. I painted that with nail polish. If you're a longtime viewer, you know what I did. That's an Excalibur crankbait. Brett, you probably heard the story a million times. I took it up with Travis to the St. Lawrence River. First cast on a bridge abutment, I catch one. We cannot catch another fish. Looking at him with live scope, throwing everything in our box at him. I retired this crankbait. First cast. John Mango, before I held this up, said, dude, I was just changing the hooks. Hold on. Let me show it. I was just changing the hooks on my June bug crankbait. That's a special run that was painted by TK Stanley on a 1.5 clone. Travis, this is a clone crankbait. Yes, it's a Rick Clun clone. 1.5 clones do exist, but only in the crankbait world. And on the side of that, Travis, you probably remember that show where he brought TK on and he released the Epic Eric June bug. The bars spell epic and on one side and Eric on the other. Pretty cool. TK came up with that. I wanted to do it like in a more fire tiger, but that was pretty cool. But what are the odds that I hold up the June bug crankbait and Mango goes, I was just changing the hooks on mine? Is that crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. There's an energy in the universe. I believe that.
Don't understand what's going on in this reality. Watching this show right now, get off of it.
But if crankbaits can be cloned, can people be cloned?
What are you doing? You're talking fishing still?
I'm trying. I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard to steer it back.
We're past that.
Oh my gosh, bud. Are we into the after hours already?
So last week, Travis made some like ridiculous statement that the red-eyed shad was a figment of like your imagination.
I had you. Whoa! Wait a minute. Look, Brett.
Red-eyed shad.
Yeah, Brett. Yes. Yes, the same color. Brett, what's that? Wow. Yes. Yes. Yes.
What's the thing called, Travis? When they changed the branding and the name.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's called the
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. What
Yeah.
do you know about the Mandela effect, Eric?
But look, as evidence, what does mine say? Hold yours up again, Brett.
I got both.
Red eye and red-eyed. Not there's never was a D, and he's got a D. That's no Mandela effect. That's straight up facts. And if you scrape some paint off, Brett, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Brett, I'm sending you one of these. These are available on the website, by the way. If you're fishing the Brotomac, you have to have it. You have to have it with a Z crawl on the back in the color that I'm going to send you.
I probably have like 10 of these or 15.
Yeah.
I keep them in the package because I don't.
You want to know
tournaments, but I keep them in the package so I know that this is the one right here.
Right.
But these ones
these
ones are new.
Now, Travis, what are you eating? Sound like Brian the Carpenter. How many? What happened? You're back on the sugar kick?
Peanut butter full of pesticides, food dyes, and all that stuff.
But you don't care.
My body processes all that out.
All right.
Doesn't affect me.
I'm losing.
He's back on that. Dude, when my man goes on a sugar run, it is honestly something to behold. Brett, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Yes. Oh, that's my favorite. I love those. The chocolate one. No, I think you saw me eat one in your boat one time, but they didn't have it. Is that the cookies and cream, or just a regular one?
Regular.
Yeah, it's so good, so good. Frank, I did not see your question about the VMC glide jig. Anyway, post it up again, bro.
That he eats a dozen ice cream sandwiches in one sitting. That's like
it's unbelievable.
3 or 4, but a dozen, like a whole box, is insane.
No, so if I'm not gonna get ice cream, I'm just gonna get treats. I'll get a dozen of the sandwiches. Either I like the variety pack, so it's gonna have the Napoleon, the white, vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah.
Or then I'll get I do like a Klondike bar, but I'm always gonna pick the Heath coating over the regular coating.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's really good.
Drumsticks, I don't care. Variety packs, perfect. Surprise me.
So good.
So we'll have the ice cream sandwiches, the Klondike bar, and the drumsticks. And then I'll go to town on a variety pack of all 3 of them at once. And that'll last me 2 to 3 days. 2 days.
Yeah.
If I'm really just chilling,
Yeah, I gotcha. That's pretty unbelievable. The time you drove us back from New York to home, straight shot, and what you went in and got, including multiple pieces of cheesecake, Heath bars. I don't even know what, dude. It was unbelievable. And you were so jacked up on sugar, I fell asleep and I woke up to you.
All those Twix ice cream bars, John. You're correct. We've had some good times. I don't know why I get addicted to this stuff and I just eat it, but I don't know.
Are you still eating that snake semen or whatever you've been doing?
Well,
did that work for you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is this Bassenberger Force? Says Travis, you ever do a metal cleanse foot bath? Is this legit?
I haven't, but you can use onions. You can use different types of products. And apparently, I don't know. I don't know what that nasty stuff that makes the water turn different colors actually is.
Yeah, I think that's a gimmick, right?
That looks fake to me, but it could be real.
There's a couple different health things I'm looking into that I'll probably be able to share with you guys in the next couple of weeks about what I'm doing.
You should
couple
talk
things.
Stuff on the show on the hog trough, like talk about the
reset.
Like do like a 10-minute fishing deal and then stop. Start talking like, guys, this is what I've been doing for health and like what I've been seeing on the lake. And it's like, why is Charity Shoal have this big hole in the middle as if there's like a spaceship that is going to come out?
Right.
Where are all the schools of smallmouth? Did like the humanoids eat them?
It depends what your belief level is.
If you believe they ate him, they did. Right?
It
Travis?
doesn't matter. My point is, whatever belief you hold true is what's going to be projected in your life.
You can manifest them, right?
I don't like that
Why?
term because it's too mainstream, Eric, but yeah, something like that.
I'm sorry. I'm just
pray for
What is-
Travis. It didn't work.
That's because he didn't want it to work, Jig Squad. You didn't believe it would work. Pray again and believe it this time. Damn it. Damn it. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, Travis, you got me good. I got good at twice tonight.
Uh-huh.
I definitely did. The whole cider trick, that got me good. Maybe a little uncomfortable.
All right. Listen, we got to talk about Jig Squad.
All right.
Okay. You see the comment down below?
Which one? I prayed for Travis recently. Right. I commented on it.
Okay.
Yep. You want to go deeper into it? All right.
I want to go deeper. I want you to really, 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 really try to understand this, guys. This is going to be the most important thing I'll probably ever be able to share with you.
Me? You're talking about
anyone?
You're talking to me?
Viewers, everybody.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The prayer of desperation admits the situation for what it is and thus continues it. This is the single greatest tragedy probably of the whole like human experience, human condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying
for thousands of years, you know, the religious paradigms basically trained you generation after generation, you know, to take your burdens to God in prayer. In prayer, admitting one's basically prayers mean like one's powerless. Truly works. If it truly worked, then wouldn't the world be a different place? Disease, cancer. How many people have prayed for someone to heal of cancer? It admits a situation for what it is and continues that in your reality.
I see your point.
There you go, man. That's enough said right there, bud.
Maybe. I think the alternative view would be that prayer gives you hope and can heal in a way. Maybe not cure you, right? That's the alternative thinking. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah. Steve,
that do you agree that your mind and your thoughts can listen? Yes, I can imagine. Travis, now I got some questions for you.
What?
So you just said a minute ago that if I think about something and see the world a certain way, it becomes my reality. Right? Right?
I'm just okay. What was that?
I'm trying to make a point. I'm saying a few moments ago, you said you can manifest something by thinking about it.
No.
Wait a minute. Well, then tell me what you said.
Use your mind.
Just tell me what you said then.
It's not thinking. You feel it.
Okay. We agree.
Okay.
So if I feel it through prayer, it can become true.
If you know how to say the prayer properly.
But why do you teach
and you're not praying to an entity. You're asking for support from the oversoul. You're in a relationship. You're in a relationship with your God, with your oversoul.
Wait. So what you're saying is it only works.
Whatever you call it, you have to be in a relationship.
I'm trying to get an understanding.
Okay.
The way you manifest reality through thinking something, you have the power yourself. But
not yourself.
Then what is it?
God, the oversoul. You have
no. I'm not talking about you. Stop it. I'm trying to draw a parallel of prayer and the way you think to manifest things and to heal and create realities, right? So I'm not talking that you have a relationship, right? Travis isn't praying, he's casting spells. Lee, that's pretty funny. So it only works the way you prescribe that it works, right?
Right.
You're just having too much fun with the comments. I know. I'm glad you're entertained tonight. That's good, everybody. Keep him entertained. He needs this. I'll just keep re-rigging lures down here. I'm good.
Holy crap, we are messed up, dudes.
Not me. I'm just asking the questions. I'm good. I wouldn't put Brett in that thing either.
Oh my God.
Does the oversoul use 6-pound test? These are good. These are very, very good comments. Anyway, this is good stuff.
Who paints your Junebug crankbait? Is it BlackRock?
No, I did this one, bro.
BlackRock. What?
Wait a minute. Brett, I want you to understand something. I picked the colors, and then I was able to send the nail polish colors to TK that he thinned down with lacquer to paint 400 of them. So that was the original. And there are there's 3 colors on that. No, 4 colors, sorry. And they all came in a bottle.
Why are our comments disappearing and people are getting banned?
I have no clue. What have we done?
Oh no.
So anyway, Brett, I sent him the colors and he thinned it down and was able to paint volume through doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. So TK Stanley from Tacklecraft was the custom painter that I sent the nail polish colors to make the original, and he was able to thin it out and make it happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I know who painted it, Eric.
It's TK. No, BlackRock's the distributor, man.
BlackRock.
They ain't got no custom. Yeah, they ain't got no custom game.
I feel like I'm Eric out here.
BlackRock?
Aren't they a distributor? I thought they were. Well, BlackRock's the investment company, right?
Is that what you casually call BlackRock? Oh, it's just the investment company.
I think he was making a joke, and I didn't get it. I was thinking of hold on, what's the other one?
You referred to BlackRock as that investment company.
What's the
Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what BlackRock is? It's not just some investment company. It basically controls the whole reality.
Not me, not mine. Maybe
not
yours.
The collective, or those
not
that are
mine.
Not part of the collective.
Not mine.
Okay.
Not mine, man. Not mine. Not mine. Maybe yours. Maybe somebody else.
Not mine. Money's going to them constantly.
Well, maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows, dude? It's all going somewhere. I don't care. That it doesn't matter to me. It's so freeing. I can't even tell you. It doesn't occupy a millimeter of my brain. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. I just want to talk fishing, man.
How much sugar have you consumed tonight, Travis?
Not much.
I don't know.
How many Rice Krispie treats did you eat?
Dick and cider over soul. Hey, look, George knows a little something about that. Travis, he's with you, man. They do. BlackRock, Vanguard, and the like.
These comments tonight are wild.
They're the best. This is what used to happen here, right? Right.
Yeah, it used to.
Hey, we broke 200 too, man. We got people to like and share. If you haven't liked and you haven't shared, we'd appreciate it. That helped out a ton. That was fun, man. We got some new people in here tonight, man. They're either in shock and will never come back, or they're like, hey, man, there's a little bit of fishing in between the crazy talk. You know, you see a crankbait. Somebody said, it's amazing. There's been like 3 things people have brought up, and I think I've held up all of them, which is pretty cool. Somebody
Rich,
goes, what
do you have
this?
anything to add or any questions you have for?
So, at this moment.
Do I have anything?
Yes, you've been called upon, Brett. Well, in the middle of all this, what do you got? Is that from a fishing perspective and after hours perspective, Travis? Which one?
I could go. Listen, here's the deal: is it's like I literally have the devil and an angel on either shoulder, like just above my shoulders. If I stand up a little bit, right there. One of them, if I talk to Travis about what might be going on in the world, that I have absolutely. I've never even seen most of this stuff that is being advertised to me on the internet. If I talk about that, we might lose this one. And then if I talk about fishing, we'll lose that one.
Wait. Right. I think you meant the other way.
Listen, real quick, and then I want you to continue. Jay, Travis, when did you realize the world is off? You asked me that twice now, and I feel like I need to give you an answer.
I think you do, Travis. You should. You should enlighten everybody.
And a lot of people have heard this story, and I'm just going to give it to you real quick. Quite a few years ago, I never felt right. I never felt like, looking at our history, I never felt like I never could understand how in 150 years or 180 years, we went from a horse and buggy living in a dirt floor, cooking our food over a fire, to calling somebody on FaceTime in China right now, instantly.
Right. And I remember
in 150 years, and this freaking reality is apparently millions and millions and millions of years old. So for millions of years, all these people are living in caves, which, for one, I don't know where all these caves are because I haven't seen a cave in my life. Okay.
Hold on, Travis. Can I
where
just
these cavemen live? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you this: the population was way less than you think. This reality is way less. It's 6,000, maybe 6,000 years old. This reality.
All right. I want to just interject and say that I was with you during a moment where you had a moment, like as this new thought train was emerging in your life. I don't know what year it was, but we were streaming at that point. We were fishing together a little bit, and I think it was a tournament moment. We were really hitting the backwoods smokes pretty hard, the mixed berry, like chain smoking them, right? You were fried to a crisp. You had total blisters on your toes because you were wearing flip-flops. You were hurting. So I said, dude, we got to go to Walmart and get something on those wounds because they were bleeding at this point. Yes, literally, your feet were bleeding. And I'm going, man, it's hard for me to look at. I think I can get you some natural relief. You said, I don't want it.
Yep.
Right. You didn't want any chemicals. I remember you were.
No, the only reason I needed my polarized sunglasses. If you take your sunglasses off, you will not get a sunburn.
Okay. Time out. Your feet were in bad shape. So I don't know how your feet are different from your eyes, but we walked into Walmart and I said, dude, I'm going to get you some 100% pure aloe vera gel. I was trying to be very, very Eastern medicine-like. And you're like, okay, I don't want any chemicals, Eric. I don't want anything with chemicals. You are totally part of the no chemical. I'm like, this is not chemical. It's just going to provide some relief. So as we're walking around, you stopped in the middle of a Walmart aisle and you looked around and you were like, where does all this stuff come from? Like, how is this even possible? Like, how is all this made? The thousands of items that you just literally, it was hitting you sideways. You couldn't believe what your eyes were seeing. It's like you'd never seen a Walmart and you had this epiphany. We went and got the aloe vera. You applied the gels. We restocked on backwoods smokes, but you had a moment. So I was with you. I think you were still part of the collective back then, as you say.
I was.
Right. But you were very willing to put the aloe on your feet and it helped. And I was happy that your feet found some relief because it was painful to you and painful for me to look at. And was happy with the extra packs of backwood smokes that we purchased that night. Anyway,
Perfect.
I just thought I'd add some dimension to the story because I was with you during part of your journey to the newfound way of thinking you've arrived at.
There you go.
Okay, good.
All right, back to you, Brett.
Thanks, everybody.
Somebody just asked what I thought about deportation. So
What? No, Brett, don't pick that one. Please don't. I'm leaving. That's it. We're getting too deep in the politics for me, man. I'm just not having fun right now.
men use Vision 110s.
Yes, very good. Tell us what's on the front of your deck. Anthony just added $7.77 to the Exorcist fund. Right. There's enough chatter going on the other topics I'm not interested in. So that's okay. You guys can take it where you want it. Let me know.
We'll come back, Eric.
I'll
This
be happy
show's
to
all
leave.
about you tonight.
No. I've gotten
You
enough.
started it. You're going to finish it.
No, dude, I've been showing little things here and there, how to load a hollow tip
What else
worm.
you got? What's that logo
Me?
on your hat? I can't see it from here.
It's the new. What's it say? Can you see it?
Rise and Glide.
Yes, sir. Which is the companion.
That's
And
my
I think
favorite
everybody's-
T-shirt.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
You want one?
I got one. I like the feel
sweet.
of it. Yeah, you
Oh
gave
yeah,
me
me
one.
too, man.
Of all the items I help you promote, you gave me one.
But do you want something else? Would you like the companion hat?
I'd like
to
a
go with
collection of all the Bass Lab material.
that? All right, done.
Okay.
Done. What size? You like large, right? Or are you going XL these days?
XL on the hoodies, probably large on the shirts.
I never made a hoodie, but large on the shirts then. Okay.
Well, XL then.
You fixed that link yet?
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. Absolutely. I'm still way down, but that's all right. And guys, just a reminder, if you want to help support the channel, in the video description, Travis has a link to his Tackle Warehouse affiliate link.
Very good.
If you do purchase any lures, it certainly helps him be a content creator going forward. So, hey, Jay Hayes had a question. What's my favorite old school cranking rod? By far and away, the G Loomis CBR series. It was a bronze color. It was a blend of graphite and glass, super lightweight, double foot guides, bulletproof, man. Never lost a guide off of one of those reel. Never had an insert pop out unless I jammed it on a rock from the tip. But they're still with me. I've never broken one. And literally, I love the 843, the 845. The Deep Flex series was fantastic. Loomis has some new cranking rods out. And, love the guys up at Susquehanna Fish and Tackle because they know cranking. I recently bought a new trap rod from them, and it's fantastic. I love the new bladed jig rods from G Loomis. They're fantastic for spinner baiting and blade baiting, chatter baiting. And I still throw a spinner bait to great effect, and I've won some money on spinner baits recently. So huge fan.
I saw another question here. Oh,
OG Andrews. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Let's take a random non-fishing question real quick.
Sure.
I mean, we like to this is the part of the show where we just kind of answer the viewers' questions and just have a good time kind of winding down here. George goes, his wife surprised him with a 9-day cruise. Wow. You'd think it'd be like a 9-day elk hunt, George, but okay, a cruise for his birthday. Never went on one. What do I need to do?
Wow. I dig that.
Eric,
You gotta get some new clothes, man. You gotta get some going out clothes.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. I dig that. I'm just going to show some nice, reasonable.
This would be fun.
I'm going to show some nice, reasonably priced jerkbait options.
Say who?
Somebody asked about reasonably priced jerkbait options. Huge fan for big smallies, the Pro Rogue. I've seen that do some damage. That's the perfect 10. I think they're brought back the other Pro Rogue recently. Frank Scalish has been painting some cool colors called FX. You can find these, which are, for largemouth for me, chrome silver, blue back, or black gold is tremendous. You might find them in old tackle shops. I got this one at Tockerman's for $6.99. Yeah, man. So some of the Excaliburs people chase for sure. And you can go on some JDM websites and find cheap JDM ones too. Ichiban Tackle is one of them.
So Carl just asked if Travis was going to the Massachusetts show. Yes, Travis and I will both be there this weekend. And our booths are going to be set up next to each other. So that'll be
a good time.
We'll be talking about the reset. I'm definitely going to get a little bit of the fill on that. I guarantee you. It's hard to get it in little spurts. Like Travis will hit me with clips, like shorts, like YouTube clips, TikTok style stuff. I need to hear like hours long. Like I need to hear like point A to point B. I can't hear like this little. He just gives me a little shot of it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like that's why Eric is the way he is, because the people on the show, they just see
Eric is yes, good point, Brett. Eric gets
all day.
I know where you're going. Eric gets bits and pieces from me.
No. Whoa. I've got the full Monty from you. Are you fucking out of your mind? Dude. I time the F out. I have been with you where you
a couple car rides versus the thousands of hours of knowledge I get.
Are you kidding me, Travis? Literally, you have spent 90% of your waking hours trying to fill my head and convince me. I critically think, I ask you questions, we have dialogue, I play the game, right? I'm in the game.
When we were on Wilson Lake in Alabama, and I was trying
oh my God, you played info. You
and the
played
speakers on the boat to you.
So we would leave. I wanted to jump off that boat into Wilson Lake and leave. I couldn't believe it, but you let me have the front of the boat, and I had some fun. And that's when I go, oh my God, this guy's lost. I'm like, he actually believes this guy. How is that even possible? It was horrible. I could understand how you were so angry back then, but now you've seen the light. You know he's a knucklehead.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the guy who's going on the cruise was actually asking what he should bring for fishing stuff, maybe.
Oh.
Where's he going?
Commented again and said, my dilemma is the islands we are porting to look like great fishing. So maybe he's wondering if he should bring tackle.
Most cruise boats will rent rods. I know that you can fish off of some.
But I know. Okay, so like, I went down to the islands, but not on a cruise. I was staying in. Where were we?
I'd like to see you try to take a
Jamaica
boat and see what happens.
I thought it was cool. I brought a 2-piece rod, man, and caught some bonefish right in the bay of this hotel, and caught some barracudas. I threw a Sluggo SS minnow. Who remembers that? In chartreuse pearl white with a 4/0 gold-coated Berkeley outbarb hook with a screw lock bullet weight on a steel leader. I caught barracuda, lizardfish, and then I got a what the heck was it? A shrimp a crab imitator from Bass Pro Shops that was made out of plastic. It's like a sand crab, or like what are those little crabs down there going holes? Anyway, bonefish eat them. And I stuck a lead head that had a pretty stout hook in it sideways in the lure, and dude, I casted to 3 bonefish coming in through this from the ocean. There was an opening in the volcanic rock, and I was waiting, and I watched these giant bonefish come in and tossed it, and like an 8-pounder came in before like the double digit, and I fought that bonefish and landed him. Got pictures of it somewhere. That was cool, dude. 2-piece rod. That's what I would travel with, or get one of them little travel 4-piece things and fish the canals. Like when you're at port and you're on like a little deal. I mean, get yourself some saltwater swim baits. You're ready to go. Everything eats a minnow, right? That's my advice to the guy that's going to be porting.
I've never.
We got comments. What do you think about the 6 Sense Ozzy? I'll tell you what I think about it.
I can't wait.
For some reason over the last week, every freaking ad on my Instagram was this Ozzy from 6 Sense. And so I don't do this often, but I definitely recall hitting that doom, and you tell them why you don't want to see that ad ever again. It was just too much, man.
Yeah. They're buying
Ozzy's
up the
everywhere.
Instagram, man. They're buying
I
up
didn't
the
even look at
Instagram.
it. I was turned off. I don't even know what it looks like. I couldn't describe it to you. I'm sure it's a great
Right.
bait and probably catches some fish.
I mean,
I've seen it. I think I never used it, but it just
I
came
mean,
out. I literally think they just released it.
Yeah.
honestly, is anything going to beat the Sakamata shad?
Maybe the Beast Coast Seduce minnow will. Have you
I
fished,
mean,
Travis?
Yeah, it works.
How come you have it? I don't.
I always get stuff from him, but it's never like full quantities.
He never sent me any, Derek. But I think the sizes, I think I got it messed up before. I think it's a 3.8, a 4.8, and a 6.8 are the sizes that he came out with. Is he gonna have it at the show? Do you know? I don't know.
Don't you
I
think?
don't think
Maybe.
they're ready yet.
So we'll have samples, right?
I can
Eric
tell-
would have done his job at the beginning of the show and hit ad. We would have listened to.
Dude, you don't understand. It was chaos. Bringing in Brett. I thought he was due on at 8:45. I misread the text because JP and Brett were having fun with you, goofing around with you. There was a zillion texts. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I stopped
long.
watching them. That's what I'm saying. I stopped watching them.
How do you do that?
But Derek said that that he couldn't hear anything, which when I was backstage earlier, I could hear everything. Like
So his audio was screwed up.
He just didn't go into this little gear case down below that says settings and mess with it.
Why didn't he text us? Did he text us all?
No, he just texted me and Travis.
When he texted me, that's when I freaked out and decided I better get on my show. You know.
Yeah, man. He texted you. Why didn't you text me?
God, you're good. You're doing pretty good, Travis. I mean, you said your voice was gone.
Yeah. George, we won't be at the Harrisburg show. My voice is coming back. If you look at the start when I jumped in, you could tell I was a little under the weather.
For sure. I mean, what I heard is you didn't have any voice.
Hopefully Derek will have some samples at the show of this minnow. I tell you that the guy put in so much effort into it. He worked on it like for at least 7 or 8 months since he had like his first sample, and he was just obsessed with this thing. Like he was like, I have to have this thing like perfect. And what's going to be great about it? I mean, obviously Derek's got a great deal with his colors and the material that he uses. It's got great roll. Like he was not going to be satisfied until that sucker rolled like it was supposed to. Like he wasn't just going to put something out, which he never does. Like everything he puts out is really solid.
Oh, absolutely, man.
But it's to be like right where he wanted it. I mean, maybe he's even going to have maybe he's not even fully completed with it yet. Like I know he had a one piece mold, but he needed like a production mold built, but he'll tweak it even more from the last conversation I had with him about it. But
Travis, did you put up the head that goes with? He sent a picture of that too, didn't he?
Yeah. No, he had that those 3 baits with the head I don't have any single head pictures.
Oh, I thought he sent a picture of the heads too.
All right, let me look again.
Check your email. Check your email.
Nope, all I see is that one, some hair jigs.
Okay.
You want to talk about the hair jig?
Yeah, we can talk about the hair jig. Why not?
Find it.
I used it this summer. I like it. I think it will do great in the spring. Obviously, we haven't had a chance to throw it in the spring yet, but I will be throwing it here in a couple months, and it's definitely going to work. 3/32 will be my size of choice, and color would be black, but they make a variety of different hair jigs, different colors.
Travis, what do you think? I'm doing this just for you.
Let's see.
I'm going to let you have this exclusively for the short term. It's a marabou jig, football style, for dragon.
That'll
football.
work. Yep.
Football.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
Any other flavors you want? We could work it out.
I'll tell you a true story. So back in what, July maybe?
Yeah.
Derek sent me some of the heavier hair jigs.
Right on.
And I had no use for a 3/16 ounce hair jig. It's just not my style.
Sure.
But Derek being Derek, he just sent you a bunch.
Sure.
Without being like, oh, I should probably give Travis more 1/8 and 3/32 ounce black.
Yeah.
So he uses it.
Right.
So I took one out. I was drifting that little zone. Rick knows. He likes it in there.
He likes that zone.
And I'm banging it. Whack. I'm catching big smallmouth on the hair jig, dragging in the river.
Wow. So I had the right thought, didn't I?
Yep.
That's one that's got a little extra material in it, dude. Can you see it?
But I had to stop because then I knew I'd be like asking for thousands of those every summer too.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't.
They don't last. I had it on the wrong. I had on my hair jig rod. 8-pound test leader. Eventually, they all kind of broke off. But
I can understand that. Yep. Well, this one. What's nice about
a lot of people that haven't been on the show for a while. Welcome back, baseball.
Hey, Travis, what's nice about the L metal one, and this is a lead head, by the way. You wedge tungsten and rock, you ain't getting it back. Lead, you got a chance. In fact, listen to this. I'm not even going to say it because you know what? I'm not even going to say it.
Don't say it.
I'm not. But I'll give you a clue.
Metal here. How about this?
Back in the day, when people used to split shot rig, California perfected it.
Hold on.
And I can tell you there was something special about their split shot. Let me see if anybody can guess. What was different about a California split shot than was different about a guy on the East Coast?
It was made out of aluminum.
24, 25.
Aluminium.
I
love it. That's a Canadian way to say it. Aluminium. Riley Brody is the winner. And it didn't take but a second. You got there's some fishermen in this chat, bro, that know something a little or two. That's right.
Where is that?
Way more tin. And the reason they put more tin in the lead was that if it got hung up, tin is more malleable than lead, and they would not break their shit off in rock and get it back and keep fishing. Efficiency. Isn't that cool? That's why I love a bait hack. That's why I like a lure designer like Derek that thinks, and Travis and Brett. Maybe he's got some ideas, but efficiency. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
All right.
Listen,
so Rich goes, do these humanoids living under the earth?
All right.
This would be good for a while.
I don't know.
I have to read it. Hold on, don't take it down. Feel over.
Rich, we haven't been to the other ground, so we know they're there. We just don't, we can only imagine what they're feeling or thinking.
This is the best thing you said in a while. You got to get into writing a script or something. See, you do all this research, you have all these fabulous ideas. You have so much content for movies. If you could just figure out how to harness AI and make a movie and get all that stuff out of your brain, you could be wealthy because you're looking for that quick hitter, right? I know you. You want that quick hitter so you could just retire, have them millions of dollars and spend it for the next 16 years before it's all over in your brain. Because that's your reality. It's not my reality, but that's okay. We're different.
Well, hold on. When I talk, okay.
What I'm saying is just hold on.
Your reality doesn't.
No. Wait. You got so much information about the humanoids down there. You could write an incredible movie. You don't have to shoot it. Just do it in AI. Get all that crazy stuff out. Get yourself that new Chinese AI assistant. Start writing this stuff down. Make a movie out of it. You think it's real. Everybody else would enjoy it as a sci-fi fantasy flick. Dude, this is your path to richness. I said it tonight on Smallmouth Crush. He believes it. I don't. That's cool. I'm okay with it these days. It makes me laugh hard. I'm not trying to laugh at him. It just is funny to me. I see that you believe it with all the conviction you got. But, man, if you started writing about a story like a movie about humanoids under the crust of the earth, you can make it entertaining.
It's not just
entertaining.
There's a reason we can't drill down the Eric. You don't think there's people living below us? Like you're still
no, Travis. I don't think
I'm dead certain.
I don't.
You're acting like it's a joke, and I know this for a fact.
Well, then you should write a movie about it.
And by the way, when I was talking about
don't get angry.
Third floor to a cell phone in 150 years, I also want you to visualize growing up. If I could imagine drilling a hole right here.
Yeah, to China.
Drill, and eventually,
girl, baby,
you're gonna drill into someone's house,
living room. You know,
possible.
This is one of the children books.
Possible.
But listen, it's one of the children books I wanted to write. It's called The Hare in the Middle of Nowhere. Now, I want you to picture this. This is how to make this entertaining. You don't have to get angry. You can write a kid's book about it. Humanoids under the crust. It'd be fascinating. You get rich. But listen, so this is one of the stories I wanted to write. Imagine a group of kids playing baseball on a dirt field. The 1950s, right? This baseball rolls into the outfield. Maybe it's cold. And all of a sudden he goes, Dad, there's this little hair sticking up out of the ground. It's from the humanoids down there. And he pulls on it. And this humanoid sitting in his living room, eating some crust worms, said, yes, yeah, that's what they eat.
Yeah.
Somebody just pulled on my hair, sister. And all of a sudden there's this incredible mystery. People gather around the hole. There's this hair sticking up, right? Cole's got it. He's pulling on it as hard as he can. He keeps pulling. So he gets the whole community in there. In fact, the whole town comes out and they start pulling and pulling. And you got this picture of this guy coming. He's the humanoid coming through the crust of the earth. And now he pops out. How does it end? Travis, finish the story.
I don't know.
Right, me either. That's the magic of creation. Write the story. Write the film. Write the documentary. Enlighten everybody that you've got information they need to hear. But make it entertaining. AI. You could even create it. You could just talk into a computer and it could conjure these images up for you. It's coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Eventually, we're not going to know real truth from fiction at all.
I will in my lifetime.
I hope.
I know. Just like there's humanoids down there eating crust worms. I'm good. I'm good.
Britt, do you have any thoughts here? I know you've been quiet for a while.
I'm listening. That was a good story, Eric. I think
Thank you. The hair in the middle of nowhere. Don't even try to write a kid's book on it, Travis. That's mine. And Max the deep pea diver, like peas you eat. And alien sausages. What else? I got lots of them.
Travis, pull the damn pictures back up that Derek sent you.
Of what now, bud?
You got to pull up that Lil Magnum jig because there's something special about this jig that's going to be at the show and at the show only. It's a new color. And I want Epic Eric to talk about what kind of skirt material he sees on that jig.
Okay, there you go.
Black and brown, round rubber.
The kind of material that is on it.
Round rubber.
Yeah, he doesn't make that jig. This might be like just a special run for this show that he's selling.
I'm all about it. My favorite Stanley jig
wrote
was
email. He stated, "Hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this because it's going to be at the show." And Travis just pulls up the Seduce minnow, and he also wants to talk about the rebranding with the packaging.
Man.
Terrible mistake.
Gosh. What? Oh my God.
I guess I'm just used to the really cool Beast Coast packaging, not this thing wrapped up in a green forest.
You know what? That's a good point. That was Beast Coast was very strong. It's red and black, which are two of the strongest colors out there. Yep. It evokes an emotional response. It's power. Yep. Red and black evoke power, dominance, right? Somebody said you need to start a meme coin called Smallmouth Coin.
Maybe.
Wouldn't you? There's millions of coins being created every week. Why don't you jump in on it?
Yeah. And I'm not picking on their new redesign. I was just messing around. I think it looks good.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's just different. We're used to the Beast Coast.
I know.
I guess I don't understand repackaging when you have a familiar package that everyone relates to already.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
10-4. 10-4.
Hey,
10-4.
in business,
all right,
there's risk you take. There's ways to try, ways to test, ways to try to grow, ways to grow your market share. And there's times you do well, there's times you fail. And I would assume in the progress of the Beast Coast brand, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be failures. There's going to be achievements. And this could definitely be a failure. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Well, let's talk about it. Let's the people watching now who remember the old Beast Coast packaging. If you got a package, hold it up, Travis or Brett.
I thought it was on the screen, but
no, that was the new. That was the new.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was the new. I'm just curious. I mean, you got some people watching. What do they think? And then what else was I going to ask them? Oh, yeah. Who thinks round rubber is better than silicone on a jig? And when do you throw round rubber? There's the old Beast Coast. That's the little Magnum. Travis, you want to pull up the...
This is even much different. He just put back, instead of having it black, he changed the background to the mountains.
Right. Well, it's green versus black and red.
Can you pull the picture back up, Travis?
All right. And I'm going to keep the conversation going around the special run of round living rubber. Who is in for round living rubber versus silicone? And when and why would you throw round living rubber over silicone? And then I'll add one more dimension. Do you like a round living rubber mixed with silicone? So you get a little bit of the color variation in silicone. Is that the ultimate? And are there, Andy B says cold conditions. Swim School says turning sticky tar in his jig box, I like the round rubber better. Daniel Thomas says it's always been better. Jay Hayes, round rubber definitely better than cold. Clear water. Anthony says the old one, pin hook, round rubber all the way for the win.
We can read
says old package.
You're
okay,
good.
sorry.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Listen, also this jig, I'm gonna talk about this because I've been up Derek's, you know what, for the last year that I said you need to make an L metal Lil Magnum. You just, instead of just straight tungsten like this is, or whatever, 97%, I said make an L metal Lil Magnum. I think,
but why?
Do it. He told me today he was gonna do it, and I'm gonna hold him to it because I don't know. I said, should we talk about it in the group text? And he said, yeah, it's coming. And also an 1/8 ounce OW sniper jig. That might be a thing too. I don't know. I'm really hoping it is. I've been up his ass too for like a year about that one.
Oh, that's definitely happening.
That is going to be an absolute game changer come like April through May.
Let's talk about this. You're talking about the sniper jig now?
Well, there's going to be two new jigs. He's going to have an L metal of this.
Yes.
Yep. And then an 1/8 ounce of the sniper jig. Like, because right now he just has quarter, 3/8.
Oh, he wants another. He wants like a 3/16 or something too.
Really?
You would think.
There's gonna be a freaking 5/8 football head now.
For the OW sniper?
OW sniper will be 5/8, 3/16, and an 1/8.
Wow. Well, that'll be big time. Listen, I throw the 1/4 ounce one like all the time in the spring. I throw it like 10 foot and less, like 8 or 10 foot and less. I mainly throw the 1/4. And then if it's slick, calm, I'll throw the 1/4 like 15 or 20 or even 30. Just because of that natural, like real slow glide.
Yeah.
And I need an 1/8 ounce in that like 4 foot of water, like 3 foot of water when they're super, super shallow, when the water's like 40 degrees to 50 degrees when they're pushed up, and you catch them, the smallmouth, like on Champlain. And I don't know if it really happens on Ontario, because Ontario, you're so far from, like, the bank gradually comes out. So I don't know if those fish get on the bank, but on Champlain, you catch them literally on the bank. Just you have a quicker drop. And I've been like, man, we got to have that for at least for springtime fishing. It's going to be a game changer, I think. So,
hey, can I just put a little plug in for the Bass Lab? No competition with Beast Coast, only because I've only got like 50 at each style and size. I've had an 1/8 ounce and 3/16 ounce football smallie jig for 2 years now. And Travis, I've used it with you, and it's a game changer. It's a crusher. It's flow. It's sink rate. It's everything. And you guys, they're in stock on the website now. So this is the jig, tight sparse. It's got that little bit of baraboo up front, gamakatsu hook. It's a bad little bitch. I got it in black. I got it in green pumpkin. I got it in fantastic goby and perch-tastic. They'll sell out and they're gone. Travis, it's only like 50 each color. So
yeah,
don't worry. I'm not competing with Derek. It's a little bit different because it's got some natural fiber up front. Okay, cool. But they're in stock now. They're going to go quick.
Hey, do you mind if I do what
Tell
you
me,
just did?
Dude?
It's
your show.
Oh yeah, but I don't do this too often. You guys are interested in a guide trip? Please get a hold of me ASAP. I'm going to be putting out my yearly newsletter maybe this week.
Yearly newsletter? You got a newsletter, Travis?
It's supposed to be a monthly thing, but I do it once a year now.
Can I just show my new colors?
Yeah.
I just want to show. All right, so that's my 1/8 ounce and a little green pumpkin blackhead.
That's good. And while you're showing the colors, I'll finish the story. So
Christmas bash.
The newsletter was originally going to be every month, and I did it for almost 2 months in a row.
Oh my god!
And I decided,
Almost.
I'm like, screw this. It's once a year. You know,
fantastic goby.
That's a great business decision, Travis.
Thank you. Yeah.
And this is the black.
Eric, why don't you talk about the hook you have in that? Because Epic Eric's Bass Lab does sponsor me as well. Listen, we have a conflicting brand here with me.
Yeah, but he doesn't throw this. He throws the sniper, guys. He throws the sniper. And then you got the perch-tastic. So 4 colors, sorry. Yeah, so you're either going to get an O'Shaughnessy bend hook, which I'm a huge fan of.
See, that's why you should be going to the show this week, and you can sell your
I would
right
sell them all.
East Coast
dude. Like literally would sell them out. So that's an O'Shaughnessy bend. And that bend, you guys know, is on one of the hooks that I love
3
the
years,
most.
Strike King buys the Bass Lab out. 3 years. I guarantee your Traxco's going to come in, and they're buying them out.
No way, dude. So stop it.
4.5 mil.
This is ridiculous. I got like all I have is 200 jigs to sell.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah, Doug, I put a trailer on. Let me tell you, you guys should buy this trailer through Travis's link as an alternative. And Travis has talked about this a million times because this jig trailer is one of the best. It is the Berkley Leal General. The Berkley Leal General. Travis has talked about it many times. You've seen him on his videos. He's giving you guys the juice. He ain't goofing around. When that dude puts that jig to work, it's game over. I've been with him and I've had my lighter jig and I've done very, very well in shallow water. And I did especially well in shallow water with him with the Nico Zaza Leech. That is way longer. It's a Z-Man material, unbreakable. I add the scent, which I love. Travis's Smallmouth Magic.
I didn't mean to do that.
Smallmouth Magic. You can buy it again on Tackle Warehouse.
That was Goby.
And then that's the Goby stuff. Or if you can't find Goby, get Travis's Smallmouth Magic because I think it's got some super, super great stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
But these jigs are available on the Bass Lab. So Travis, you've got your Tackle Warehouse. Could you put my Bass Lab link up for a second?
We had that earlier in the show, but
just do it now since I'm showing it, dude.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll throw the Leal General on the back, or I'll throw this green pumpkin one. This is a perch. It's a perch. Forget about it.
All right.
It's
Are
a
you
perch.
done?
And that's just a little bit bigger profile that gets their attention.
All right. We're gonna
I'm
keep
done,
that.
man. That's all. And then I got one more new color in my everlasting drop shotter, which I want to show.
Your everlasting.
I'm very proud. This is my perch-tastic color, man.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this
Oh,
is built on a. That's built on a gamma.
Pale orange a little bit. Yeah, I'm feeling. Yeah.
But you could dip it in orange dye.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Come on, and this accepts scent too. By
Yeah,
the way, it's got a little bit of micro pearl flash in there. You can see it. Look at it. Come on, man. It never wears out. You can't break it down, dude. You can't. A pike wouldn't even be able to bite that.
Nah, you're good to go.
It holds scent, Eric.
And it holds scent. So I got the other Helgi Smash, which is a Helgi tail for the black.
Hey guys, you're lacking a little bit on the comments here, so let's keep it going. The more you comment, the more we are motivated to provide you with some great fishing information, as well as some general knowledge that everyone should know.
That's all I got, guys. When they go, they go.
This reality and what's really going on out there.
That's exactly right. There's no other stream like it. Woo!
But we do need you guys to start commenting a little bit more. I'd like to see some comments from some new people, someone who's never commented. We have apparently 160 people watching.
That's still crazy.
Anything. Just let me know where you're from. What state are you from?
New York.
Let's hear it.
All right, here we go. Did I see the new JFK footage? I have not yet. Chances are,
man,
whatever comes out of those documents are going to be, it'll be fake images. So it doesn't really matter. The truth's already been covered up. We don't know the truth, but they're not going to, even if something's classified, there's information that'll be missing from that. So you're not going to learn anything new besides the standard narrative of what they want.
What if you did learn something new? What would you do?
I don't think you'll learn much.
I'd say, so what? Hey, Bass, you in the house. What's up?
You're absolutely right.
I can't believe that Travis just insulted Eric the way that he did.
How?
No. What do you mean? No, I think he agreed. He agreed.
All the rights to the Bass Lab.
They can't get me, man. I'm too expensive.
Funny.
And hey, Brett, I'll tie this for you. This is an 1/8 ounce better bitsy bug, in my opinion, with I think it's a 2-aught or 3-aught Gamakatsu B10S. You can't bend that hook out with 20-pound as hard as you want to set the hook. And this is my blue crab color. What up now? Come on, dude. And of course, you can get it any color you want. You just let me know what you want me to tie it up for you on special. 1/8 and 3/16 and quarter if you need it. Tied sparse, baby. Tied sparse with the right kind of silicone. What's that silicone? What is it, Brett? What is it, Brett? That's Zoom color silicone matched to some Zoom colors. Tied. Look how sparse that is, bro. With a screw lock keeper.
Bass University in the house, Maine, California.
That's a little Omerta creation right there. That he's
Lower Alabama.
Do you guys see this? This is called Travis Manson's mortgage payment. Every time he buys,
for sure,
worth the mortgage.
Travis, put the link up for that thing, dude. Like if you want the best. And what colors, Travis, would you recommend in your OW sniper? If you could only have 2, what colors should they buy?
Sexy Melon, man.
All right, if you want to add a 4th.
Pumpkin.
No.
Oh. No.
I would do the what's the other?
I don't know.
Melon color.
Trim down?
No, the other melon. The brighter green.
It's melon. It's not sexy melon, it's just melon.
Melon.
Melon. And then what 2-color trailers are you going to give them in the back? Maxent Berkeley Little General that they're going to
If
go
you're
buy.
doing a melon, I really like a watermelon candy or some sort of pumpkin party.
Ooh, nice. Green pumpkin party?
Yeah.
Or pumpkin party.
Green pump. No. Either
Pumpkin
one.
party.
Yeah.
And then what's the other color that you like?
Mothman, just straight black or sexy
straight
melon.
black.
I don't
I
mind. I've caught plenty of fish with a black net on the back of a green pumpkin and vice versa, but I try to pair them together, you know, color.
Right. Hey, have you found a head when you're fishing through grass that works better than a football that you would pair up with? Like, are you throwing just a net head? That's kind of why I showed the VMC swing, because that head comes through rock and grass.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
I still use the Z-Man Ned locks a lot. Although
still a great one. True.
BKK has some Ned heads, and then the Great Lakes Finesse football head.
That's a nice one. They have a ball head too.
And the ball head. So there's a lot of options.
With that matte finish for sure. Yeah, man. GLF. Do you can they get GLF on Tackle Warehouse too?
Yeah.
Or only through Pradco. Do you have a code for them to use it?
No, I mean, I'd prefer everyone go through Tackle Warehouse.
But you can get GLF there, all the terminals.
Correct. Yep.
The heads. That ball head. That ball head's great.
Yeah. What seen an uptick lately in your Tackle Warehouse, Travis?
So they only pay quarterly.
Oh, well, you're gonna get a big paycheck.
Okay, thank you.
Me.
Just from Brett.
Jeez.
Man.
That's huge. It does help.
Hey, you let me sometimes, you know, that's the way I repay you.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
I would like to do a some sort of promotion around that in the next couple months. And I just don't know
what do you mean?
I don't know. Like if people that use the screen or use the link could like send me a screenshot of if you made a purchase through the link, send me that, and you get to be in like some sort of drawing for a huge prize. I was thinking about doing that for like a month-long or 2-month-long thing.
I mean, I guess you'd have to put everybody's name into a random generator and then
just
push the button on the show. And
the other idea, so I have a very large crate box Tupperware container of Tackle Warehouse t-shirts still in the bags.
Wow. Okay, you trying to sell those?
No, I don't know what to do. If we should do a contest where, you know, guess how many shirts are in there, and I don't know. I want to do something like a fun promotion around Tackle Warehouse and that. That's
a good idea. And I'll do one around the Bass Lab for anybody that orders from the Bass Lab. We'll put them in a random generator. So, and we'll do 2 big prize packs, one from the lab, one from you. I might even throw some on your prize pack. What do you think?
I think
I'll just add to your prize.
Yeah.
And I'll do 2 prizes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Maybe I'll throw some balsa crankbaits in there for people. They love that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, Travis, have you dragged with this head?
Not yet.
Yes.
Yes, I have, but not. I've done it, but yeah.
It works pretty well. I haven't dragged like in current with it, but it does a really good job on the bottom. Just not getting hung up. It actually does really slide across.
The sled head.
It's not like their most popular. I mean, we talk about the OW Sniper all the time, but this little jig head, I mean, he came out with it like a year ago or so. But
is it painted or is it plain?
The ones that I usually get are just I get unpainted, but I think he makes like a green pumpkin, a black, like he will paint, and a white.
Yeah.
I think those 3 colors, but most of the ones that I have are all just unpainted because I usually stick with unpainted on like a swim bait head or.
So let's talk about the what's your setup? Can you drive that hook home on a spinning rod?
Yeah, so I'm using like I'm using the same rod I throw the OW Sniper on, which is a 7-foot. It's like a medium light. It's the shaky head. It's a Mega Bass Arachi, but it's called the shaky head model. So it's a little more. It's got a little bit more backbone to it, and that's what I'm dragging my OW Sniper on, and it does a pretty good job. I mean, I'm not gonna try to fix what's not broken, but
right on.
That's a pretty good all-around rod, I find, for dragging and at distance, and it's got a little bit of power to it.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That's a good tip.
Yep. So don't sleep on that head. If you're a dragging guy, if you're somebody that lives up on the St. Lawrence, or if you're on Oneida, this jig head.
I know. Good one. What do you drag on the back of it, bro?
Eric's got, well, you just throw like a 2.8 Kitech, or he's got the to go with the slow flow swim bait that Beast Coast has.
Right on. What color do you like? What's your go-to color?
For this, if I'm throwing it down low, I'm going to throw green pumpkin.
Okay.
If I'm dragging it, I'm just going to throw like a green pumpkin 3.3 or a 2.8 Kitech on it.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good jig head. It's got the same hook that's in the OW Sniper on it.
BKK.
Yeah, and then it's got a good trail, or keeper system on it for your swim bait or your Ned rig. You can drag a little on this.
Sure. What sizes does it come in?
I usually throw like the 3/8 or the quarter, but I don't know if I think he's got lighter stuff.
Okay. I didn't know if it came in an 1/8 or 3/16 if you were going shallow.
I think he's got something maybe in like the 1/8 or lighter, but
okay. Very nice, dude. Good tip. I dig it. Look at that, man. We go from fishing to alternate realities, back to fishing. This is good. Travis is thinking about some new things he wants to do. Way to hang in there, Trav. Proud of you, bud.
I'm really proud of myself tonight, and I feel like this is almost kind of a slight
soul cleansing tipping point.
No,
turning point.
Although yesterday I was deep into ayahuasca retreats in Peru, and I almost feel like I need to take a little break from the live streams, but I'm not quite there yet. But now, yes, I am a little bit motivated, and I'm ready to move forward here.
I like it, man. That's good news. But we got your back if you're sick again, or you're down, or you're in some ayahuasca
I have to go to Peru. Yes.
Or if you go to Peru for the ayahuasca trip, you just send me the link, bro. I mean, if you want to do a little training session on how I can set it up.
At some point we could probably get you up to date. But it's fairly simple. I think you'd be able to figure it out.
I mean, as long as you don't mind me putting my Omnio link in there, because I'm going to get.
No, I would expect more logos with Big Cartel, Bass Lab merchandise. Pretty much like. You'd probably take it over. You'd probably sell this channel to you and wherever you go on.
That's so good. Yeah. You come back from Peru, all your shit sold.
but he was
Strike King owns Smallmouth Crush in the Bass Lab. Travis, I sold everything. I've seen the light. We're done. It would just disappear, gone for good.
Yeah,
out of the streaming unit, just done, cooked. I give you a check. You're good. I'm good. We're good. We're good. It's so good.
Brett, how much money would you need to never fish again?
Brett, that's a good question.
You can't.
I'm still laughing. I'm sorry.
There's not enough because I'd lose first off, but it's just not. How much money would it cost for you to sell your soul, Travis?
I'm sorry.
Well,
that's about it. That's the same question, I think.
So for $50 million,
no,
you wouldn't give up fishing?
No.
Wow.
What am I going to do with time?
I know, like you could never pick up a
rod and reel again. But
What about you, Travis? What's your number to
I
never
fish because I'm poor.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do with all the money? What would
I
you
would travel. I would go hang out with Georgia's girlfriend on a cruise. I would go all over the place.
have enough money to do that shit?
But Travis, you can never pick up a rod and reel again.
To own this bullshit behind me. That's.
I understand that, but when you're out there wasting your time casting to a boulder to catch a stupid 5-pound smallmouth for the 1800th time,
but Travis,
on the same boulder you've thrown at 35 other times that week, what is the point?
I think what you do is get rid of
I
livestock
fish because I'm poor.
Tournaments and traveling or something.
I fish because I'm poor.
Yeah, right.
Travis, I don't have that same experience. Maybe that's why I'm still interested in fishing.
You know what? Bass fishing. Wouldn't you rather be on a freaking $850,000 thing heading out catching marlin or something on the offshore?
No, you can't fish.
Okay.
The question was you can never fish
I'm into
again.
hunting. I would duck hunt all over the place then.
No, I'm going to throw in hunting. You can't hunt or fish again for $50 million.
Oh fuck! I don't care.
And you can't drink anymore either.
Or drink.
Yep. I got to keep taking away to see how much you would give up for that money. I'll keep striking things off. Hunting, fishing, drinking. No more sugar. No more sugar.
Yeah, I take 50 million.
Yeah, but you can't hunt from like what? End of September, or you can only hunt from end of September until.
No, I already took that away.
Yeah, but
he can't hunt either.
He said
Brett, he can't hunt either. I'm taking it away for 50 million.
You could give him hunting, and what's he gonna do between January
and
September?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Learning more about this reality, implementing the things.
Wait. You can't
manifest.
You can't shave your toes either. Andy V just said you got to throw that in. No grooming.
No,
you have to let zero. You have to let your beard grow as long as it's going to get your hair, your eyebrows, your nose hair. You can't clip anything. Nothing. You can't.
Got me. You got me.
Andy B, you win the freaking prize. If he can't man groom, he ain't taking the 50 million. Nope, you can't look good.
No, it wasn't just man groom. It was all the other stuff.
Well, okay. So you're saying no fishing, no hunting, no alcohol, no sugar, and man grooming. You're not taking the 50. We found your limit.
Can you accidentally get?
No, you can't get a haircut.
Grows
ever again. You have to walk the earth like
you'll be stepping on your beard, like that guy.
You might be. No, 16 years. I don't know how long your beard's going to grow, but I don't think it like Rip Van Winkle. Yeah, you're going to have to rip Van Winkle out. You could shower. You could put it in a. You could do anything you want to with it, but it has to just grow. You got to go natural, bro.
I'd have a unibrow.
That's fine. I think we do the challenge. I'd like to raise 50 million to see it.
I can't.
Yes. I didn't think so.
Here, I'm going to make a statement here real quick. The same way
Stiltskin
feels about watching live scope fishing and how it depresses him and he needs variety is the same way Travis feels about going out and fishing the same damn boulder on the side.
I get it
every day.
Well, I think that's
you need to have variety, Travis, and Lake Ontario is a place where there's
variety package.
Variety.
You could catch them.
Yeah, I'd like to fish tournaments if I had that kind of
there and fish and see some other stuff maybe, and maybe you'll kind of snap out of it a little bit or something.
Yeah,
you know, maybe you'll like you'll stop talking about I go and fish the same damn boulder every day, and you start to appreciate like, wow, I'm so happy I'm fishing boulder again.
That was a good comment.
There's some really good comments. This is good, man.
Here's another thought.
Is it because I told you you're way more funny when you drank last week?
I don't know what's going on tonight, but I'm really enjoying myself, guys.
Me too.
Do you think I'm associating big pharma with big cartel, and that's why he's so against it? He sees big cartel, big pharma, big medical.
It's so good.
I mean, if
Oh my gosh.
cartel, it's just .com, he would be up on the screen all the time.
I would try to raise 100 million. Wait, I would try to raise money on a GoFundMe if you would just go 0 man grooming for the next year. I want to see how long the period. It's got to be like 3 years. It would be hilarious. Your eyebrows would get bushy. You'd have nose hair coming out. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. No. He's trying to shake it up. I know it. Your program.
If you had to see what I have to go through on a everyday basis to be me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Are you gonna, in that same vein with keeping the truck?
Yes, if I had the money, I would like to get laser hair removal. Is that what you're trying to ask?
No, I was talking about the truck going to the beater truck.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, but the laser thing really intrigues me. We'll think about it.
Where would you go first with the laser, if you don't mind me asking? Would it
probably
be toes?
Honestly? No, it'd probably be around the eyebrows, the upper face.
Okay, gotcha.
I do a lot of tweezing in there daily.
You do a lot of tweezing here,
and you have to wait for the right sunlight too, because of the mirror I use. So I prefer to get next to a window in between the hours of 11 and 2.
You didn't just say that.
Oh yeah, and there's special tweezers, and there's ways of taking care of your tweezers. It's a whole process. It's not like I said. It's not something that JP could do. Like a picture guy like JP. Is he going to properly be able to trim his eyebrows? No.
I don't know.
Fuck no.
Does he even think about it?
Sunlight, the way it hits the mirror, and it's is it a 10 or 12 time magnet? Like it's very complicated.
Wait a minute. Did you say you had to take care of the tweezers in a particular way? Take care of them?
And there's a lot of different styles of tweezers too, depending on where the hair is growing and what direction it's facing. There's a lot that goes into it.
Oh my God. No wonder. This explains a lot why you're not available from 10, what was it? 11 to 2?
10 to 2. 10 to 10. Yeah, 10 to 2 is fine.
That's a 4-hour window.
Yeah.
How many hours a week do you spend man grooming?
Well, that's for eyebrows.
Holy hell. I know about the toes and the hands.
Toes can be quick in the shower, just to your ankle.
You shave to your ankle?
Well, just the top part of the foot.
What do you think the humanoids below would think of your routine?
They don't have hair below.
Oh, they're like moles.
Kind of like the grays that the ancient alien and the history channels teach us about. Kind of like the grays that the government wants us are thinking are coming from outer space. Kind of like how, your savior,
Let's get back to the grooming.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I would really, God, if I had the money, I'd write you a check and just to see you grow that hair.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
What he's doing with time when he's not making the show schedule and calling guests to be like, hey, you want to come on my show? 11 to 2 p.m. That's when he's grooming every day.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of my job is probably scheduling guests, and so it does take a lot out of me. And so I prefer kind of having that me time, right? So self-care is very important to me.
Well, we would call it preening. You preen like a peacock.
Right.
Yes. You're very special.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard about the eyebrows and the time of day and the tweezer care and different types of tweezers to take care of the different types of eyebrows. This is fascinating.
Do you have like tackle boxes? Like, is there like a bath mafia of the tweezer world or a Plano? Like, what?
Yeah, I talk a big game about tweezers. I only own 2 different styles, so I've searched.
What's the best kind? If a man would be interested,
no, it's the more pointier one.
You like the pointier one
in Target, Walmart, I can't remember
Okay.
the.
I'll be right back. Keep talking. I can hear you.
And then the flat edge is really good, but that's actually better for your nose hair. If you're gonna, did you hear Eric laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right.
So what do you store them in?
I mean, I can get my kit.
Yeah, go get that shit. Oh my god. Hey, now I'm taking over the show. We're gonna sell the Smallmouth Crush brand. I'm denouncing it right now. Unbelievable. He's gonna go get his kit right now. My gosh.
What'd I miss?
Nothing. Hey, and anybody that's asking, I've had 2 beers. Somebody was saying that I've been drinking the same beer the
You've been
whole.
drinking that same Molson for.
This one's gone too.
All right, what do we got for comment?
Yeah, go full screen though when you do it.
Revlon. I saw that. Jesus Christ.
Somebody asked if you've ever groomed a client before.
I saw that. I put that up. That was funny. There's a lot of funny comments. I don't know about that. I don't ever want to picture myself as a cat anyways, but I don't agree with that statement.
Have you been spending more time as the years have gone on grooming rather than focusing on other things?
Probably. Sure. I mean, I've always been an eyebrow plucker, but
what's your refraction time on this right now? Every 3 days, every 1 day?
Like if I'm gonna go out, it would be like, let's say I'm 2 days tops is what I can deal with it. When it's 3 days and I'm sitting there and I might be rubbing my face and I can feel I'll start freaking out. So 3 days you'll start feeling it. And if you just let it, it's a lot of work. I'd rather pluck, 12 to 15 hairs a day versus 40, if that makes sense.
You'd rather do a little short deal every
Correct.
other day.
Yes.
At
yes.
one long time.
Yep. Yep. No, it does not bother me, Gene, to see other guys with ungroomed eyebrows. I actually don't even pay attention. Eric, you okay over there, buddy?
Daniel Thomas Fishing says I'm being responsible drinking.
There you go.
I don't drink. This is hot. Hey, Eric, he is going to show us his whole tweeter connection.
So this is just a little bag, and I have a variety of stuff in here, but I definitely know the tweezer stuff. So if I'm on a go and I need a little mirror, I got one.
Is that a magnifying glass?
Yeah.
Oh.
Finally
I'm on the go,
that
and I need.
me.
Oh, wow, those are fancy.
And there it is. This one's actually called the Tweezer Man. I got it on Amazon, but Revlon's good too.
Tweezer Man.
But that's the one you need. It's like a $12, $15 tweezer,
Yeah. All right.
And I got the one, and then this one's just gonna be better for like your nose hair and stuff.
Sorry, nose hair.
It's gonna hurt. You're gonna.
Why do you pluck your nose hair?
Because before I decided to get a smaller razor that has the that you just go in, you can just take it right up in there.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to raise, like if you pluck all of your nose hair out, it's going to take about 45 minutes.
Whoa. You pluck your nose? All of them?
All of them. I've done that many times. Yes.
Wow. Every single hair in your nose is gone?
Yes.
No, you have not. Dude, you need to see a
I'll do
doctor.
this is like almost like think of when you go on a fast, like think of like a 21-day fast. Okay.
I can't even think about that. I'm still thinking about you
Yeah,
plucking
think about
every...
a 7-day fast. So my annual nose hair plucking is like an annual fast or something you do once a year.
I have never in the 62 years on this planet heard anyone say the words in this combination: annual nose hair plucking. Never heard that. No man, no human, oid or other, or humanoid down below has said to me through the hole in the ground with the hair in the middle of nowhere, I just plucked every nose in my hair, or my hair in my nose. I'm so fucked up, I can't even say it right.
I'll be right back.
Brett, he just said he has an annual hair nose plucking party. Did you know that?
No, but I'm telling you, dude, the last year
I pulled them out. I try to shave them with my. If I'm shaving below here on my beard, I'll go in there. I can hear him getting it, but that's fine. MJ said he had a boss that had nose hairs on the outside of his nose that drove him crazy. Because can you imagine being in a business meeting, Travis, and your boss had like nose hairs like coming outside, like, would you not feel a compulsion to pluck it?
No, like I said,
dude, I'm saying, wait a minute, time out.
Other men's,
you don't pay attention. You don't pay attention to anybody. But let's just say you had to look at somebody face to face.
Yes, it would bother me.
Where you saw nose hairs protruding out from their nose.
Yeah.
Would you just want to go over there and pluck them?
Yeah.
Would you say anything?
Well,
let's pretend you had to say something to the guy at Pradco. You're sitting in the middle of a $50 million deal, and a guy's got nose hairs all over the place. He looks like Wolfman. I'm gonna say something to him. Maybe you take the deal.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Well, you have witnessed Travis.
No, hold on.
We told him, Travis, there ain't no way your beard looks like that and it real. And he goes, oh yeah, I put a little black beard. We heard him admit to that. Then we have seen him actually apply it multiple times live.
It was awesome. That was the best thing I ever saw.
We've gone to another level tonight, and he's got the tweezer kit. And probably in about 6 months, I'm guaranteeing we witness a grooming session on SmallmouthCrush Live. He is going to groom the annual nose hair picking for us on SmallmouthCrush Live.
Hey, listen, Bassenberger 4 said, my barber asked if I wanted my nose hair waxed. I did it. It looked like he pulled 2 mice out of my nostrils. Crazy for $10. I mean, maybe you should look at that, Travis. Waxing at the barber for $10.
I didn't know they could do that.
Bassenberger just said it happened.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a thing. Yeah. I mean,
you gonna keep her going, boys, or what's the plan tonight?
Oh my God.
I mean, at some point we gotta end the show.
I just cracked another beer because you were going to get the tweezers. I said this isn't going to end anytime soon, so I must.
That's right.
I need to drink.
Sean Lai brings up a good point. Your nose hair captures dirt, particles, and viruses before it gets to your lungs.
Well, if you look up what viruses really are, it's not what you think, and it's not.
I knew you were going to say something smart.
Okay.
Sean, I'm not arguing with him. You go ahead, Sean. I'm waiting for your response, Sean. Tom Pavlov says he's got another hour drive. Keep going. Was that Fireball you just drank, Travis?
Yeah. Say goodbye to everybody. Some people are logging off. See you, George.
George, see you later, man.
It's just tequila.
Oh, I thought it was Fireball. Somebody asked if it was Fireball. That's my go-to with you. I get them little ones at night, and I drink one. Smooths me right out.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
let's get back and having fun on these lives, man. It's been a long time since I actually enjoyed myself sitting here in front of the camera.
Dude, that was a lot of fun. You brought the heat tonight, bro. I got to admit.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad you had that miraculous recovery and weren't sick anymore.
No, it's odd, isn't it?
Very.
I kind of healed myself. I did a lot of meditation and just positive affirmations and just the will and the know-it-all that my body knows how to fix itself, wants to fix itself, and all it needs is just a little encouragement.
That sounds like prayer, almost.
Almost.
But you see the
But
parallel.
remember,
You see the
prayer
parallels.
of desperation only leads to more.
I feel you on that. But you see the parallels in your thinking in prayer.
Yep.
Not of desperation.
If you pray to God that you want your cancer taken away, you're admitting to the problem, which is going to be fulfilled, because this is what happens. Everything's being fulfilled from within, you guys. It's so fucking crazy if you think about it. It's not random.
But I'm trying to draw the parallels here. I'm trying to bring it together, not apart.
Damn, I need another shot.
Don't drive that stake through what I just said. It was a good parallel. Oh my gosh. Exactly, Andy B. Tom says he's driving in a blizzard on the Tug Hill Plateau. What?
That's like right up near Travis. Tug Hill.
That's where they snowmobile.
That's like out near Potsdam or close to Watertown. Is that where he's from?
No, but he frequents this area. He's not far.
No.
Is it snowing? Are you right?
There's always lake effect snow, Eric.
I got you.
We have no snow here.
And in every county. Oh, I saw 7 cars in the ditch today.
Wow.
Due to the wind, it was blue skies all day, and there were 7 cars in the ditch. So you do the math.
Because of the wind. That's crazy.
And the blowing snow, but from the drifts.
Oh, yeah.
No snow fell on the ground, but snow was moving.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't you know?
Yeah. So we wish Tom a safe drive back. I've taken that same road he's on through the Tug Hill Plateau with my boat in a snowstorm.
Swim School says this reminds me of Mikey Balls in 2021.
I saw that. That was a good show. I wish BTC was on tonight right about now.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It would be.
I'll tell you what.
Be a lot going on.
That tequila warms up your throat. In fact, I think it's helping my sore throat slightly.
I think so too, for sure.
I actually feel a lot better. I think the more I drink of that, the better I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mind-body connection is what you're talking about.
Now I can understand why people are so
addicted
to alcohol.
Very true.
Yeah. I love it. More power to them. So what else do we have here?
Well, that's an old school cough elixir. Throw a little lemon, apparently, and honey. Travis, lemon and honey with that tequila. Then you got the perfect elixir for a cold. Somebody said just call BTC. He's up.
I'm sure he doesn't like coming on these things.
He loves coming on.
I don't think he does.
I think he does.
So for 4 to 5 nights out of the week, he's basically in his garage in front of a computer talking to people on the internet.
Right.
Because he's always doing Bass After Dark. I'm sure he's on some other things. He's probably live streaming. I don't know. Maybe.
I just texted him. I said, you up?
Did you guys see Epic Eric on Bass After Dark? What are your thoughts on that, Travis?
I didn't watch it.
Well, what do you think about him going on the show?
Oh, I don't. Yeah. So I guess I consider Eric and I kind of a team, kind of a partnership, kind of and out of respect, he'll text me, yo, or bud, or something like that.
Holmes
in the middle of the day when I'm busy or don't want to talk to him.
Busy tweezing your nose hair.
But he will give me a courtesy text to say, hey, I'm actually invited on this podcast next week at 7:30. I'm looking forward to. I just want to let you know I certainly plan on giving a shout out to Smallmouth Crush and all your great content.
And I do.
And
that's what BTC sent me.
I guess look, I don't know what to tell you.
That's what BTC sent me. He's up. He's up. He's down in the basement, dude, which is lots of black lights and color. Here's the last text I sent Travis. Yes, Travis, send him the link.
Really?
That's what he said.
Jesus frick.
Send it. Full send.
This is going to be a tough one then, because I'm going to continue to drink this tequila.
I think you should.
You should be making what is it? Moonshine up there.
Maybe.
I sent this to Travis today. And I said, or maybe I sent it yesterday. He didn't even, I said, sup. Yesterday. No response.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a funny
I know, because it's like,
sup.
I did laugh, Eric. I laughed.
I hope you laughed out loud.
I
Last time I sent you a picture, it was of your son that he drew on his forehead with magic marker.
I did laugh. I
figured you'd like that one. Stop. I'm glad I made you laugh.
Yeah, you did.
All right. I'll tell BGC the link's coming over. I'm eating popcorn because I feel like this is a movie.
Look what Swift School just said.
Hold on.
To tell BTC.
Tell him there's a bunch of people that don't want to talk about forward-facing sonar in the chat. Swim school. Everybody should be talking about forward-facing sonar.
Nobody wants to talk about it. Send him that link. Did you send the link?
I thought I did.
What's that mean?
It means I hit sent, I thought.
All right. Look, let's make sure it's sent.
Come on, guys. Where are the comments? There's 120 of you still watching. It's 11:30 at night.
Well, Diggs is going to be right back. He has to take the dogs out. Any dark thoughts?
Can I get 100 comments? There's only been like, what, 30, 40 people commenting?
20, 15.
Tell us where you're from. Don't be shy.
Hey, is Tom Pavlon up there snowmobiling on Tug Hill? That's like the big snowmobile place.
I think he's I don't think he's doing anything for pleasure. But he is driving through a snowmobile place for sure.
Daniel Glenn says, how you like living up there, Travis?
I love it. If I had $50 million, I wouldn't be here.
Where would you be?
I'd probably just travel.
All right. Where are you going first?
Someplace warm right now.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, wherever. It don't matter.
Scott Ezel says, take a shot and we'll comment.
So I drank the whole bottle of this tonight too, since I got on. And I'm hitting the tequila, and I ate all that chocolate. Yet I'm still here functioning, trying to educate you guys about the reality of this world and how you perceive it. I'm trying to teach you how to catch bass and
how
to properly pray. We learned a lot tonight, from grooming tips,
yes,
to bug crankbaits,
yes, you're rolling,
to the great information that Britt shared with us as far as
the Sledhead,
yeah,
and the new Beast Coast products, the El Meadow, Lil Magnum.
And don't forget about JP hours ago, cashing out early, but still a main player in this program. We appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Let's see. I learned to pray from D-Max in space.
What did BTC have to say?
Greg 8 says, do you moonlight as a youth pastor? He said he'd come on. I don't see him yet. I'll just be on my phone. Okay. Okay. Travis sent you the link. Can you text him the link?
Fuck.
So
Tell them everyone's got an app for your email. Tell them to open up his email app.
All right, hold on.
Travis, let's say for $10 million, you're not allowed to fish again. Are you're gonna go to the islands? What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna enjoy life, Brett.
You're not gonna want to look at. You're gonna look at that water every day, and I'm like, I need to cast out there.
Nah. Bass University asking Travis, do you think Scope will play on the Bay Open? When's the Bay Open? Chesapeake Bay.
I think it's in July.
July. I don't know, guys. So when I left, I did catch my first forward-facing sonar bass on a dock in the Chesapeake, but I didn't know the value of forward-facing sonar at the time when I was down there guiding and fishing to the extent. I thought it was for deeper water applications, and obviously that's not necessarily the case. But that's how, when I started with forward-facing sonar, Britt, maybe you agree, I didn't see a need for it under 8 feet of water. I just didn't.
Even 15, it wasn't even.
Sure. But now, I mean, I wouldn't want to fish without it in that shallow water. It was just a learning curve, I think.
I think I got up shallow one time.
BTC said he didn't get an email, Travis. Text me the show link
and
and I'll text him.
Bud, I'll look again.
When I
I've
was
had a few drinks, for Christ's sakes.
I think I went to Oneida in like 2021, and I caught him on scope. That was the first time that I was like, it was really good up shallow. And so I had it for like a year before I really got like good at it up shallow. And now, guys, you can catch them in like 2 foot of water. But somebody asked me if I had a PHX. Now I have a 721. It's a Phoenix 721, not a PHX model.
You like that thing?
721 because my old garage, you could not fit anything bigger than a 721 in it. I did not want a 20 PHX. I wanted the 721's a longer boat. So I wanted the longest boat I could get to fit in my garage, and that was it. Now I have a lot bigger garage, so the next one I get, honestly, the next one's probably going to be another 721 because they've redesigned the boat a little bit, made it a little bit wider, and it's still probably it's probably their best overall riding boat. So I will probably end up with another 721, and if I don't, it'll be a 921, probably Elite or Elite 2. It'll be either a 921 or a 721 that I'll get again. Yeah. But I've had that thing. Well, that's a 2021, but I had a 2016 before it. So for the last 8 years, I guess now, I've had a 721 Phoenix, and they are good boats. Even though we are not a Phoenix friendly show here, we are we support.
No, that's fine. Now, did you pay? Did you get that boat for free?
Fuck no. I don't get a deal on anything. Well, I don't get a deal on my boats, but I mean, I pay full price for that. I
just thought since you were a, elite tournament angler, you'd get that for free. Okay.
Honestly, the next one,
right?
I might be able to get a deal on it now, but that one I paid. And even the Phoenix deal is not very good, especially when you start adding in the interest. Oh my God! I mean, it's like a 1% discount over the life of.
Yeah. I like. They had a comment struggling to tell the difference between a bass and a walleye on scope. Any tips? And one guy goes, "The walleyes are the tasty ones," and then we got cast at both and eat the walleye. I like that. Oh, hey, bud.
You.
Hey.
What up, BTC?
Remember in the 90s, you had those posters that kind of look like that?
That's it.
Yeah. 90s is back. How do I make this bigger? How do I make my...
You look real small.
He's small.
We'd like to welcome BTC, otherwise known as Brian the Carpenter. Brian hails from New Jersey. He's been part of the bass fishing community on social media for the past 15, almost 20 years now. He's a close friend of Mike Iaconelli. He was the producer of the Ike Show.
The Ike Show.
He's been involved with Bass University for many, many years, has traveled all over the country, all kinds of different expos, talking about Bass University, working with Mike Iaconelli, working with Pete Gluzik, and making friends in the fishing industry. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Brian the Carpenter.
That was the best introduction Travis has ever given in his entire life.
I truly believe it was. And now Brian the Carpenter is the
co-host of Bass After Dark, the fastest growing podcast in fishing.
Pound for pound, ounce for ounce, the most intriguing show in bass fishing.
Absolutely.
You guys should have had Ken on. He's a way better guest than me.
Well,
what's happening, fellas?
We're just hanging out. I don't know if you know. Are you familiar with Brett Carnwright in the bottom right? He's been on Bass U before, I think, maybe. No.
I'm not. I should be though.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen BTC around, but I have not talked to him or met him. But
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm
very cool.
I'm a Lake Champlain guy. I live in Plattsburgh, New York. I won the 2023 Toyota. That gave me a shitload of money. I now fish the MLF Invitational Trail, and I'm a tournament bass fisherman.
He's a student of the game. He tunes in the Bass After Dark. He's watched all the Bass University videos, and he's just an excellent, amazing angler.
Nice to meet you, man. And Champlain's a fantastic place.
What do you got going on behind you, BTC? Looks like DVDs? Or is that a poster?
They're cassette tapes.
Oh, okay.
Wow, even older school.
Yeah. Oh, you should see the records. This is all my son's collection.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of his band, BTC?
Trash the Bathhouse.
Trash the Bathhouse. You can find him on Apple Music, right?
That is correct.
What's one of your favorite tunes, my brother, on Apple Music with Trash the Bathhouse?
It would have to be the Didgeridoo song or Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah. There's his bassoon, and there's a bunch of albums and. Not a bassoon. That's not a bassoon.
Hey, Brett, it looks like you just got an invite to the Bass University, bro.
There you go.
Because Bass U's in the house. That's how they roll. We love them.
BTC, I was going to ask you something really important, but I just forgot it. So,
I really like this new Travis. This is engaging and charismatic fella.
Yes, I'm surprised. I surprise myself sometimes as well. I guess so.
But wait, you know what was interesting? Here's how it started. He called out sick and said he wasn't going to make the show.
I lied. I wasn't sick.
Okay.
I mean, it's after midnight almost. There's only 100 people, 128 people watching. Yeah.
This is so good.
I wasn't sick. I just didn't feel like coming on. You know, it's depressed.
Wow.
I was down on my luck. It's just, you know, I get emotional sometimes. And then all of a sudden, I just feel refreshed. I feel like a new Travis. Like, I feel like we can take this podcast, this live stream somewhere. I feel like we can turn this into a real business and really make an influence on anglers all over the country.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, Travis.
That's what I thought.
Eric, it's finally getting through.
40 years later.
Yeah. 45, actually, I guess, if you want to know the truth. I mean, I'm trying to be authentic. You know, I want really the authentic version, the true version of me to come out more often. And
I like it.
I'm ready for that. Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean? I've been missing for so long.
What the heck, Travis? Do you have an epiphany tonight? Where's this
I like
clarity coming
at
from?
Walmart with you. This is almost the same thing, but slightly different. I'm going to take another shot of tequila, and we'll see here.
All right. It's true.
You said Brett Cartwright, right?
Cartwright.
Some
Brett
people
Cartwright
call
from
Art.
Banana.
It depends on the.
Yeah. I know the name. I know the name.
Yeah.
I'm right
Now you
here.
know the man. Now you know the man. Right there, brother. He's a thick man.
PBRs.
Partially sponsored by the Bass Lab, let's say. Come on. I'm doing it's my drink from that. I tried to find something alcoholic, but I had nothing. There's nothing in the house.
I have Blue and Molson in the fridge.
You got what?
I have Labatt Blue and Molson in the fridge.
I thought you said I got lube and Molson in the fridge.
Well, maybe so too. But let's not gloss over the epiphany Travis just had. Let's
hold on. Are you supposed to put lube in the refrigerator?
No, I don't think so. Probably not. But yeah, new Travis. I thought we had a bit of a new Travis last time I was on too.
Yes.
You get the propane filled there, BTC?
So what?
You got the propane tank filled up or what?
No, I'm in the basement. I'm not out in the garage.
What's up with the propane guy? He's not coming to fill it?
So I keep my spikes
so freaking loud
in the refrigerator.
No, I finished this weekend. Actually, I didn't even see the Eagles game because I was still working.
What?
Yeah, I missed it all. But I got the lines run out to the garage, the sub panels.
You ever put one of those on a jig?
Oh yeah, you're running
that's the worm.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
It's a meal.
You gonna eat that? He missed it. He's got it.
Isn't that what they put in tequila, anyways?
Yes. Oh, you use that for ice fishing?
Yeah.
That was a
spikes, just little maggots.
Dead flies. Those are flies.
Yeah.
They're flies.
Oh, they will be flies?
Yeah.
Bot fly.
They turn into Travis.
Yeah.
If you hold on to those long enough, like if you hold on to them for a month, they're all going to be flies, like in your tackle box.
Sure. And if you're technically a subhuman, that's also a cross between reptilian, which we humans above call lizard people, you could potentially have flies right your eyeballs.
Killing me tonight.
I got some catching up to do. This is my first one. I cracked a beer when you said come on the podcast.
Okay, well, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and I'll prove.
Okay. Prove the point. He's out. I'm crying, man. This is the third time I've cried tonight. I think he's working on a movie script. I told him this is his path to richness. All these ideas he's got in his head, if he could just get an AI assistant to write a script and get the imagery with it. Now BTC's gone too. What happened?
No,
he's there. He just went dark. What's BTC? What do you make of that? Humanoids from Human Crust down there. I think he could write a film.
Oh yeah,
he's got a lot of good ideas, man, in his head. He just needs a way to get them out, and the imagery, and it's about to come to him.
Just got to follow through.
Yeah. Well, no, the AI will do it for you. You're good. Just feed it.
You guys remember a movie called Humanoids from the Deep?
Nope. Check it out.
It's got to be from about 1980.
I'm looking it up right now.
78, 80.
You think there's a clip?
You
think there's a clip on YouTube?
Oh yeah, the whole movie's on YouTube.
What?
Humanoids from the Deep.
Oh, I see it. James Horner. Oh wow.
So when I saw my first titties on TV.
What?
Yep. She was on the beach and running from the
monster.
Monster. The titties was running too.
It's got 104,000 views. 1980.
1980.
1980.
You gotta say it. It's outstanding.
Roger Corman official trailer, 91,000 views 7 years ago. There it is. How about that? That looks pretty good, BTC. I'll check it out.
Yeah. I didn't mean to slow us down. Travis is on fire.
He'll be
Look at this, man. He'll be back.